This is Your Daddy Does It Better, written by Mila Crawford, performed in duet.
The role of Isla is performed by Heather Firth.
The role of Bryce is performed by James Cassidy.
Blurb. Isla has been surrounded by monsters her entire life. She was raised with them, so it was only natural that she would date one. Trapped in a world where she's nothing but a toy to be manipulated and used, she longs to escape. She never expects to find salvation in the arms of her abusive boyfriend's father, a dangerous man with a penchant for violence. Yet somehow, he offers the safety and comfort she never expected to find in her hollow and jaded life. But the thing about salvation, it never comes without sacrifice.
Content warnings. Dear reader, this is a Mila Crawford book, so it's dark, dirty, and depraved. Please proceed with caution. Your mental health is important, and no amount of sexy voices and FOMO is worth damaging that. There are many themes that might be disturbing to some, including, and not limited to, domestic violence, gore, filicide, organized crime, attempted rape, parricide, and child abuse. As with any Mila Crawford book, this book is full of insanity and high heat. If you can't handle that, then turn back now, because once the smut hits in this book, it doesn't stop coming until the end. Be prepared for degradation, Mila's specialty, followed by daddy kink, mommy kink, pegging, somnophilia, primal play, breath play, spit play, cum play, cream pie cleanup, some love bites, and capnolognia. A bit of blood play if you consider having blood on your body while banging blood play. There are also tender moments filled with praise. Bryce might be a psycho, but he isn't an asshole after all. Oh, there's also polyambulocoilomania. She could have said the act of inserting objects into orifices for sexual gratification, but she really enjoys making James Cassidy say polyambulocoilomania. So, here he is, saying the word one last time. Polyambulocoilomania. Yes. If all this sounded good to you, then sit back and enjoy the ride.
Chapter 1. Isla. The vicious slap to my right cheek is so visceral that it blends with the brutal kick to my stomach from a few minutes ago.
Can you shut up, Isla?
I cover my face and body with my arms to shelter myself from further blows. He thinks I deserve this. It's always my fault somehow. I say the wrong thing, or he's had a bad day, and my face is the cushion for his turbulent emotions. He's beaten me to where I'm too traumatized to say anything. Not that there'd be any point. When Paul is like this, it's almost as if he creates his own reality, completely caught up in whatever twisted notion his mind has conjured up. Today, the trigger was a guy named Tommy, who looked at me a little too long in my introduction to chemistry class. Paul wouldn't have known who Tommy was, except that he had me shadowed by one of his goons. Being with Paul means I'm never alone. I'm always accompanied by him or one of his pathetic minions, desperate to get on Paul's good side. Tommy is a nerdy kid who can't even make eye contact with men, but Paul seemed to believe he was a Casanova with the ability to sway any woman he wanted. I tried to explain this to Paul, and got a fat lip for my trouble. This is usually how it goes. I try to use words to calm him down, and he uses fists to break me. Paul frantically claws at his hair as his feet shuffle on the wooden floor where he's pacing.
I give you everything, don't I, Isla?
He doesn't wait for me to answer as he storms out of the room. I have a moment of respite before the warning thump of his boots on the hardwood floor, and he enters my orbit again. He takes a few steps toward me and crouches down. His hot breath assaults my face before his blood-curdling roar takes up all the oxygen in the room.
All I ask is for you not to act like a little slut around other guys.
He throws a long-sleeved turtleneck and loose-fitting pants at me.
There's no reason you can't cover up.
I glance down at my palazzo black pants and scoop-neck short-sleeved shirt.
You wore that shirt asking for attention, didn't you, Isla? You want to be a little whore.
I wince as his fingers dig relentlessly into my upper arm, and he shakes me violently.
No one looks at you, Isla. You're mine. I won't have other men's eyes on what belongs to me. It's for your own good. I'm keeping you safe, baby.
He pulls me toward him and crashes his lips to mine. The kiss is aggressive and brutal. His lips hold no tenderness. All I can taste is his rage, masked by delusional affection. His teeth dig into my bottom lip, drawing blood, a final warning before he pulls away. The corners of his lips turn up into a cruel smile.
Get yourself presentable. We're having dinner with my father. Remember to keep your mouth shut and your answers short.
He shoves me to the floor, towering over me, a reminder of his dominance, a show of force, demonstrating how helpless I am against him. My heart sinks, because his mental cruelty delivers a harsher blow than his fists could ever inflict. I know it could be worse. Much worse. I fist the clothes he throws at me, holding them close to my body as if this silken cotton can form a shield of protection, and scamper to our bedroom, a room that has become a prison, only missing its bars. I take in the large room with weary eyes. The sunlight cascades through the giant bay window, onto the pristine white duvet perfectly placed on the four-poster bed, an Instagram-worthy space full of lies, hidden behind picture-perfect aesthetics that look nice through the lens of a camera. But it's an illusion, because Paul is the opposite of picture-perfect. He is the vision of nightmares. Every touch, even those meant to bring pleasure, ensures lasting horror on my skin. I apply the sponge carefully, quickly hiding all the fresh bruises and marks with the expensive makeup Paul purchased for me. My eyes roam my face in the mirror as the harsh bruises of purple and red disappear behind the foundation. Another evening of smiling and pretending I'm the perfect partner for a perfect man, instead of the pathetic victim of a deranged animal. A soft knock at the door. This is where he shows me kindness, a glimpse of remorse I'm sure he never means. These are the moments I don't hate him so much as I hate myself, because I'm to blame for accepting the empty words he utters time and time again. Come in. The door slides open, and Paul moves timidly toward me. The anger and harshness have dissipated. My skin crawls as he places his hands on my shoulders. The gesture is meant to be comforting and loving, but it's a reminder of his power, his ability to do what he wants when he wants.
I'm sorry I lost it back there. You know I love you, right?
Love. I'm not sure Paul even knows the meaning of the word. Or perhaps he does. Maybe to him, love is violence, with glimmers of light. Perhaps when he places his hands on my flesh in bouts of anger, it's moments of true, unbridled passion. I don't comprehend what's in his mind, and no matter what I do, I can't change who he truly is. All I can do is accept this place he has made for me in hell, or dig myself out, hoping to find peace and tranquility again. His fingers dig into my biceps, warning me to pick my words carefully. He's letting me know that one false move, and the makeup I've applied will be for nothing, because he'll add fresh bruises to my body. I understand, Paul. I'm sorry for everything. I'm pathetic, but at least I realize it. I'm not convinced Paul cares for me anymore. Perhaps he never has. Today is the day I recognize without a doubt that if I stay, Paul will kill me.
Chapter 2. Bryce. I fling the door open and stare at my son. He's not a large man, but he's inherited my height. At 6 feet 3 inches, his short girlfriend looks like a child beside him. His arm holds her possessively to his side like a woman clutches a designer handbag she can't afford. She's his something flashy to prove to the world he's important. Paul's always been weak that way, unable to stand on his own merit, more interested in projecting the idea of what others might see as desirable. The fucked up part of my world, the part I loathe, are wrapped up in my progeny. I could use the excuse that when I had Paul, I was a kid myself, 16 and a father, but the reality is that my father's blood is dominant in his veins. My father was a small man with a complex, and so is my son. My old man would be proud to witness Paul, his grandson, the same monster he always wished I'd be. I've seen Paul on and off through the years, but when he needed me the most, I was locked up in 5 points for bashing a guy's head in after he shot one of my buddies outside a club in Hell's Kitchen. I got 10 years for excessive force. What was I supposed to do? Give the asshole flowers for killing my buddy and putting 2 bullets in me? I've still got the scars to prove it. When I got out, Paul was 15, and the damage was already done. He'd been left to his own devices, and his mother was good at using my criminal record to keep him from me. We only reconnected when he started showing up in my circles, trying to make a name for himself on the streets. So, I did what any father worth a lick would, and kept my eye out for him to ensure his smart mouth didn't get him shot or dead in a ditch. Apparently, I was too soft on him because of my damn guilt. I did him no favors and allowed him to become something far worse. A fucking wife-beater. Even as a kid, Paul bullied others, but if anyone who presented a fair fight stepped up to him, Paul would tuck his tail between his legs and run. Just like my father, picking on those he could easily overpower, but pissing his pants when he had to face someone who could bash his head in without even breaking a sweat. Remorse churns in my gut because I've got no one to blame for how Paul turned out. I ignored his behavior. I want to say Julie made it hard, and though she did, I could have done better. I could have stepped up, but 10 years behind bars and my fear of the system kept me from being there for him. I told myself I didn't know shit about being a father. It wasn't like I had a loving old man who taught me shit about life. I learned on the streets, and so would he. As he got older, Paul involved himself with some sadistic kids, all as corrupt and cruel as he was. Messed up losers who liked to torture small animals to see how long they wailed in pain before they finally died. A band of psychopaths united in their inferiority, desperate for power and willing to get it in repugnant ways. There was one glaring difference between Paul and me. I did the shit I did to put a roof over my mother's head and food on our damn table. Paul did what he did because he had a demented darkness that got off on hurting others. He never needed to be out hustling in the worst parts of New York. He could have been comfortable living in a brownstone in Brooklyn with all the necessities of life provided for him without lifting a finger. The reason Paul chose this life is that he genuinely enjoys causing pain. It gives him a godlike euphoria. I hurt others out of necessity. Paul does it for gratification. At one point, when I witnessed how far he'd go, I tried to help him, but he ran off to his no-good mother, and she stood between me getting him help. Who'd believe my word over hers? She was a reputable therapist, a pillar of the community, and I was nothing but a gangbanger with a criminal record. Paul was Julie's golden boy, her perfect blessing. She pretended he was perfect, even though he was far from it. I glanced at Isla's face. She's staring at the floor, a perfectly submissive woman, quiet, obedient, and pretty. Just like my mother with my old man. My gut twists as her face morphs into my mother's. The sadness in her eyes is a doorway that traps me in the nightmares of my past.
You're meant to make me look good, Mary. I better not hear a peep out of you. No one wants to hear what bitches have to say.
Isla's downcast gaze is fixed on the marble tiles outside my penthouse door. She doesn't make eye contact with me, always meek and quiet, letting Paul dominate every moment of the conversation. Come in. Paul pushes past me with no regard for pleasantries, not even a simple hello. Isla, however, brushes her long hair behind her ears and smiles shyly.
Hello.
Hope you brought your appetite. Greta thinks 3 people means feeding an army. Greta is my housekeeper, a sweet 60-year-old woman who's been with me since Paul was in his late teens. I employed her when I thought Paul might come to live with me, but my son didn't like the rules and never saw me as anything more than a connection to the underworld. I enjoy having Greta around because she makes my apartment into a home, something I never had. She does all the things for me that I did for my mother. She cooks, cleans, and occasionally gives me motherly advice, something I never got as a kid. My mother was a good woman, but all those years with my father broke her so thoroughly that she couldn't take care of herself, let alone me. I need to talk to Greta about coming to work for me. She's a splendid cook. She might teach Isla a thing or two in the kitchen. Paul pulls Isla to him, his fingers digging into her flesh, almost like a warning. My hands form fists, itching to show him exactly how powerless he is. A few blows will ensure he understands where he fits into the food chain. I grind my teeth, trying not to knock my son flat on his ass. I'm sure Isla is a wonderful cook. Bitch even burns water, Paul remarks snidely. He grips her jaw and brings her face to his. Isn't that right, sweetheart? You're useless in the kitchen, aren't you? It makes me wonder why I bother to keep a woman who hasn't got a clue about how to satisfy her man. She winces in pain as Paul's fingers dig aggressively into her biceps. You okay, Isla? Paul smirks at me. Of course she's okay, Pop. Isla's a good woman. She knows her place. Knows her place? What kind of diarrheic nonsense is spewing from my son's mouth? Isla's supposed to be his partner, not his damn dog. She can talk, Paul. She isn't a child. Paul laughs, a pathetic wheeze meant to make him appear strong, but all it does is remind me of Dr. Evil petting his hairless cat. A child might be easier to deal with. I'm telling you, Dad, if you don't keep these pretty girls in their place, they'll ruin your life. He pats me on the back with his free hand. You know all about pretty girls, don't you, Pop? Mom sure did a number on you, didn't she? I grip my teeth, trying to keep calm. Your mother wasn't that way because she was pretty. She was a 32-year-old woman, and I didn't stop to consider how messed up it was that she wanted to fuck a screwed-up 15-year-old who idolized her. I was dumb and convinced myself I was in love with her. But now I realize it was misguided transference. She was someone who appealed to my mommy issues and my raging teenage hormones. An adult who cared about me. And she was smoking hot. I was so eager to make her happy that I did anything she wanted, including fucking her for months. I should have wrapped my dick. That mistake cost me dearly. I got saddled with a degenerate moron for a son and that bitch on my back for years. Isla's dark eyes dart between Paul and me, her small hands fist at her sides. She's nervous. Her hand shakes as she unclenches it and places it on Paul's chest. She's trying to do damage control.
The food smells divine, doesn't it? I know how much you enjoy Greta's cooking.
He taps her cheek gently.
What have I said about interrupting men when they're speaking?
Isla quickly drops her eyes and mumbles.
Sorry.
Don't apologize, I snap, instantly regretting my tone when she jumps. I don't know what Paul's done to this girl, but it stops now. I step toward her and remove all the anger from my tone. You didn't do anything wrong, Angel. There's no need to apologize. Paul's mouth turns into a sinister smile as his fingers dig deeper into Isla's flesh, turning her skin red.
Pops, don't bother yourself with that nonsense. Isla has been housebroken.
She knows her place, and that's how we like it. He grips Isla's chin again and raises her face to his.
Isn't that right, baby?
She holds the position for a moment, as if contemplating what to say. Agree, or stand up to the blatant abusive misogyny spilling from Paul's mouth like unchecked diarrhea.
No.
She whispers the word so softly that I'm unsure if she even said it.
What did you say, Isla?
She doesn't respond. She's on the ground in a flash from the force of Paul's backhand.
I thought we talked about stepping out of line. Wasn't it clear this afternoon?
He cups her cheek, trying to look concerned, but he's simply examining his property. Bile rises in my throat. Paul is rabid. He needs to be put down. My hands ball into fists, my jaw ticks, my shoulders straighten, and I brace my weight between my feet. I'm ready for a fight. It doesn't matter that my blood runs through Paul's veins. I have never stood by and let a man disrespect a woman. I'm sure as fuck not about to start now. Take your hands off her, Paul. Paul turns to me, a sneer plastered on his face. His ice blue eyes stare daggers at me. The little punk thinks he's got the upper hand. Unlike my worthless son, I don't bully women. He thinks I won't snap his neck because he's my son, but he doesn't know I killed my father for the same thing. I don't give a fuck if he is my kid. He's a piece of shit, and the world will be better off without him.
What are you gonna do, Pops? Fucking nothing. Just like you did nothing when Mom took me away from you.
He thinks I didn't take care of Julie. She sheltered him so much, yet he's under the delusion that he's some big mob boss, untouchable. I smile, thinking about the look in Julie's eyes when I covered her face with her lover's blood. She thought I'd moved on, but she never stopped taking advantage of kids after me. A young boy, 16 years old, found me and asked for help, told me what that vampiric bitch did to him, and I swear it was the same story I had held on to for 20-plus years. So, I did for the kid what no one did for me. I put a child predator down, made it look like she'd run off with her lover and disappeared to some island. In reality, I chopped up the bitch and dumped her in the Hudson. I just wish I'd put her down years ago. Maybe if I'd killed her sooner, Paul wouldn't have turned into a useless piece of shit. But right now, my son needs a hard lesson he'll never forget. You fuck around, Paulie boy, and you find out. That right hook used to put men flat on their asses. Paul stumbles back, letting go of Isla. My arm snakes around her soft stomach, and I push her behind me, using my body as a shield between her and my furious son. Paul rubs his jaw.
You don't know who you fucked with, old man.
I move toward him, and he nervously shuffles back. Typical piece of shit coward, bullying a girl, but about to piss his pants when it comes to facing a man. No, Paulie boy, you don't know who you fucked with. You laid your hands on a woman. Who are you, huh? You sure as hell aren't my son. I never taught you to be a piece of shit.
Better a piece of shit than a pussy. You didn't keep reins on my whore mother, and now look.
He waves his hand around the room.
You're all alone while she's off sucking some lowlife's dick in the middle of God knows where.
My fist connects with his nose this time. Blood gushes down his face. Want to keep talking, Paulie? I can keep going all night. You think you're some hot shit because you beat on a woman? Let me show you what it's like to face a man your own size. Want to man up, Paulie? Or are you going to run off like the little bitch you are? I take another step toward him, and he flinches as I throw a dummy punch. Get out of my sight before I beat you until there's nothing left.
Come on, Pop. You're not going to hurt your only son for some worthless bitch.
Another punch, this time to his right temple. Say another derogatory thing about her. Do it, Paulie. I've been itching for a good fight.
I'm your son.
Not anymore. I don't want anything to do with a little cunt like you. Get the fuck out of my house. Paul looks at Isla.
Let's go, Isla.
Not her, Paul. I tug at Isla's waist, pulling her toward me. Just you. Isla's staying here.
Is that what all this is about? You want to fuck her, Dad? She is a tight little cunt, and I don't mind sharing her. In fact, I was working on a deal to have some men fuck her for cash. You'd be surprised how many ask about her.
I lunge toward Paul, and we crash to the ground as my fists connect with his face repeatedly. Who the fuck are you, Paul? Who the fuck are you? My voice is loud. The rage I was controlling a moment ago has been unleashed, and there's no turning back. Small hands tug at my shoulders.
Please stop. Bryce, stop. You're going to kill him.
Isla's soft voice echoes behind me. I ignore her pleas and focus on my worthless son's limp body. He's not dead, but a few more strategically placed punches and he will be. I fist his collar and shake him, pulling him up so his face is millimeters from mine. You're gonna leave here alone and never contact her again. If you even think about it, I'll fucking hunt you and put you down. I don't care that you're my son, just like I didn't care that he was my father. Nod if you understand me. Paul moves his head up and down once. I release his shirt, letting him hit the ground with a thud. I turn to Isla. She's shaking, her fingers nervously clasped together. You all right? She steps back from me and nods slightly. I won't hurt you. I promise.
Chapter 3. Isla.
I won't hurt you. I promise.
How do I convince myself of the validity of those words from the mouth of the man who pulverized his son in front of me, given Paul's blood covering Bryce's hands and the crimson liquid on the floor before me? Bryce appears far more lethal than Paul ever was. The manner in which his anger exploded toward Paul was horrific. No hesitation, no remorse. He went at Paul like a feral animal, his own son. Not that Paul doesn't deserve it. He does. I took satisfaction in seeing him humiliated on the ground, whimpering and scared. But Paul is also Bryce's son. Anger and violence seem to be familiar traits, malfunction in their genetic makeup. Paul gets up from the floor, and I notice he's holding an oval-shaped glass vase. "Bryce, watch out!" Bryce moves swiftly and narrowly misses getting whacked in the face. Paul's swings are erratic, his fingers barely holding onto the rim of the crystal. I recognize Paul's crazed look. I've seen it many times, usually right before his most violent bouts of volatile, vicious blows toward me. He lashes out again as he releases the base, and the spray of small crystal pieces follows the loud crash as the vase smashes on the floor. Bryce is on Paul again, attacking him worse than earlier. He isn't holding back. I thought he was merciless before, but now he's a monster. I gasp as Paul's head hits the floor with a loud thud. A part of me is terrified that Bryce is capable of ripping Paul limb from limb. Oh God, he's going to kill him. My feet move on their own, almost gliding on the floor. I'm unsure what I'm doing, but I wrap my arms around Bryce's biceps and tug. "Please stop." My request falls on deaf ears as Bryce ignores my pleas. It's as if he's become nothing but his rage. "Please, Bryce, you'll kill him. You won't be able to live with yourself if you do. He's your son." Bryce growls.
He's nothing to me.
He rolls off of Paul and gets to his feet. Paul wheezes as Bryce places his tattooed hand around his throat and drags him toward the front door.
Open the door, Isla.
I do as I'm told, afraid to do anything but obey this man. I believed my fear of Paul was crippling, but his father? The man is a whole other beast in his brutality. I rush toward the large door and place my hand on the knob, turning it, not daring to refuse Bryce in his current state. He tosses Paul out the door in an impressive display of pure strength for his age.
If I ever see you again, I'll fucking kill you. The only reason you aren't dead is because you're my creation, but I swear to God you don't want to test me, Paulie.
I grab my purse to leave after Paul, but Bryce's hand clamps around my wrist.
Where do you think you're going, Isla?
I think I should leave.
No.
He growls.
I invited you for dinner. You'll stay and eat.
My eyes roam from his large hand on my wrist to his dark brown eyes. Those eyes ease my fears. Yes, Bryce has displayed barbaric brutality, but his eyes show regret and compassion, two emotions I've never seen in Paul's eyes. Not once.
Please.
He adds.
Let's go, Isla.
Paul demands, reaching for me.
Don't make a stupid mistake.
I don't know where I muster the courage, but I meet Paul's stare and keep my voice steady. I'm staying. Paul's jaw ticks as his lips curve into a sinister smile. A smile I've seen many times before he beat me.
You'll regret it, Isla. You've got to come home sometime.
Bryce moves in front of me again, shielding me from Paul.
She's never coming back.
Paul laughs.
Of course she is. She's not going to sleep on the streets.
She'll be fine,
Bryce says as he slams the door in Paul's face. He locks it and rests his forehead on the wood for a second. He doesn't say a word as he walks to the intercom on the wall and presses a button.
Get to my place now. Front door. If my piece of shit son hasn't left the building in the next 10 minutes, I want you to haul him away. I'd do it myself, but I have a guest, and killing someone in front of her wouldn't be a good idea. Not right now, anyway.
Killing someone? Would Bryce kill his own son? I want to say no, but the tone of his voice tells me I'd be dead wrong. Bryce pushes a hand through his hair as he turns to me and leans against the wall.
How long has he been hitting you?
What?
I know he's been hitting you. The fear in your eyes isn't new to me. I've seen it before. He hasn't smacked you once. It's been going on for a while.
I remain quiet, unsure of what to say.
I've met a lot of men like Paul in my life. Pieces of shit with a twisted notion that controlling and abusing women is helping them. They somehow delude themselves into thinking that being a man means behaving like a rabid dog. Man of the house, my rules, you do as I say or else.
He steps toward me, and I retreat a little. He's massive. You wouldn't know he was well into his 40s.
I'm going to ask you again, Isla. How long has he been hitting you?
I don't know what to say. How do I confess the truth he demands, but probably can't handle? My mouth goes dry. I'm unsure how I utter the words that will make me sound more pathetic than I already feel. It started after a month of dating. Bryce tilts his head and rubs his eyes.
He's been treating you like trash for a year? An entire year of dealing with that abhorrent behavior?
Shame covers me like ice in a blisteringly cold blizzard. I know. I'm pathetic.
Chapter 4. Bryce. Isla curls her slender arms around her waist. I watch in horror as my words make her physically shield herself. If I could dropkick myself. I'm a fucking asshole. I've shamed her, which is all Paul has ever done. People assume abusers only use violence on their victims, but it goes beyond that. Abusers break down every part of a person until nothing is left. It's deconstruction. It doesn't happen at once. It's a protracted campaign of attrition designed to obliterate their identity.
Don't cry, boy. Men don't cry. Get your ass up off the ground and get back on that bike.
My father's slurred words are sneers of anger. I was having fun on my bike before he showed up. Mom always made things fun when he wasn't around. When my father was gone, she was happy. She laughed and smiled. We'd sit by the window and read stories, something my father detested. He seemed to despise anything that brought joy into our lives. My father wanted to hurt. He wanted us miserable like he was, and he used any method to ensure it. Sometimes he used cruel words, and other times he battered flesh to inflict pain. I stared down at the blood spilling from my dirt-crusted knee.
It's bleeding, Daddy. It hurts so bad.
It's bleeding, Daddy.
My father mocked me, his tone snide and cruel.
You're never going to amount to anything if you can't handle this.
My small body lunged forward as my father kicked my back.
Real men don't complain and cry. Don't act like a little bitch, Bryce. Be a man. Show that bike you're in charge.
Daddy, it hurts so bad,
I whispered as tears rolled down my face. I glared up at my mother and saw the worry in her eyes. I knew she wanted to hug me, but he wouldn't let her. If she tried, he would hurt her again, and I didn't like it when he hurt her. My father's hot breath landed on my skin before he roared in my ear.
I said get up, boy! Do as you're told before I break your leg and give you something to cry about. Ugh, you're pathetic. I can't believe you're my son.
As I attempted to get up, his foot landed on my back and he pressed me against the gravel road.
Don't waste my time. Hop to it, you hear me?
Yes, I whimpered, desperate to keep my tears of pain at bay. Isla retreats as I move closer. Her body shakes, her bottom lip trembles, and a lonely tear glides down her face. She should lash out at me and run for the hills, but she stands there, vulnerable and terrified. I'm at a loss about what to do. How do I make up for all the trauma she's endured? How do I ease the suffering she's experienced in the last year at the hands of my son? She needs kindness, but I don't understand what that word means to offer it to her. From a young age, I learned to be tough, aggressive, and cruel to survive. Gentleness was bred out of me a long time ago. Isla is a rare being in a cruel world, a person who's suffered and will continue to suffer for the comfort of another. It's as if she can bear her bruises and abuse better than seeing another in pain. So she buries all the hurt and torment deep to ease the sorrows of another. What shocks me is that she's doing it now, at this moment, for me. I don't deserve her kindness when she should be expressing every venomous thought about me. After all, it's my fault Paul is who he is. My genes, my blood, my fucking sperm. I would have defended any woman in this situation. I'm a monster, but violence against a woman is a line I've crossed only once, with Julie, who was a child predator. When it comes to Isla, my instincts are far more nefarious. Honor and desire simultaneously fuel me, and it frightens me to the core. In all my 43 years, I've never come across a woman as captivating as the one standing before me now. My eyes devour her, like simply looking at her can cure every disease ever inflicted upon me. Perhaps my blood is infected, fueled by malignancy, and I'm just better at holding it at bay. I'm frozen as her eyes capture mine. It's as if her penetrating gaze sees every dark corner I long to hide, not only from the world, but also from myself. She's a mirror confronting me with my reflection, forcing me to admit truths I've tried hard to deny. Isla's gaze is a punch to the solar plexus, a wounded animal pleading for mercy from someone who could break her in the blink of an eye. I understand that kind of hurt. It slithers into your veins and festers, a constant reminder of your insignificance, a glaring statement of how others can grind you into dust physically, mentally, and spiritually. Even with the scars Isla wears on her flesh and soul, she still has a mesmerizing quality, making me believe she's a damn warrior beneath it all. My mother never had that fire. Her eyes lost their fight, and she became cold and deflated. I need to figure out how to ignite that flicker in Isla's eyes to drown out the sorrow. I'm sure it's my son's doing. He captured and beat a beautiful bird until it forgot how to spread its wings. Usually, I wouldn't care if someone self-deprecated. How others insult themselves has nothing to do with me. But when Isla called herself pathetic, I wanted to beat Paul down until he never had the use of his hands again. My hand shakes as it brushes her arm, causing her to wince as if I've hit her. I don't like that she's fearful of me, but I also can't blame her. I won't hurt you, Isla. I'm not perfect, but I don't deliberately hurt women. Isla raises her head, and her eyes lock with mine as she blinks back unshed tears. She straightens her shoulders, and I wait not so patiently for her to speak. The words that emerge from her mouth shock me, yet put me at ease.
Excuse me if I have a hard time believing you.
Her pretty eyes turn into slits, and her lips press into a straight line as the corners of my lips turn up.
You think this is amusing?
You know you're safe with me, because I'm willing to bet you wouldn't dare glare at my son this way or open your pretty little mouth to sass him.
Please, don't hurt me.
Her plea is like a blunt knife scraping against my heart. Her soft voice reminds me of my mother's as she begged for mercy. Isla shuffles back and folds into herself as I step close to lead her further into the apartment. She drops to the ground, tucks her body into a fetal position, and covers her head as if expecting me to unleash my fists on her. She doesn't know me from a hole in the wall, and she's only witnessed a fraction of the violence I'm accustomed to. Of course she's frightened of me. I'm not only a dick, but also an idiot. I crouch beside her and raise my hands slowly, palms facing out. I'll keep my hands to myself, but I'd appreciate it if you stayed for dinner and kept me company.
Paul won't stand for this. He's determined to get what he wants.
She takes a deep breath, tightening her arms around her waist.
One time, a guy looked at me at a restaurant, and he...
Her voice shakes, and her words are uttered in bursts. She might hyperventilate before she finishes her sentence. I place my hands gently on her shoulders, hoping to snap her out of her debilitating fear. Breathe, Isla. Breathe. I promise it'll be okay. I won't let anyone hurt you ever again.
You can't be with me all the time. I'll have to go home eventually. Back to him.
The hell you are. You're not going anywhere. Her dark eyes widen with fear. I drop my hands and step back so I don't frighten her more than she already is. Having a 6'7", 330-pound man hovering over her must be intimidating. If I could make myself smaller for her comfort, I would. I'm sorry, I don't want to make you a prisoner. You can leave, but you can't go back to him.
I need my things,
she whispers. I'll put your name on my credit cards. Anything you want, order it online. She jumps up and glares at me.
I'm not a hooker. I can't be bought.
She drops her arms to her sides, and her small hands clench into fists. She's adorable. A cute kitten trying to be a tiger.
I'm not going to jump from his bed to yours.
We glare at each other. Stalemate. I want to be the nice guy, but I also like the fire in her eyes. Tiger, when you find yourself in my bed, it'll be because you're begging for it, not because I bought you some outfits. It might shock you, sweetheart, but I don't need to buy women. I have no issues in that area. Her eyes glide down my body as if assessing my statement. I open my arms, allowing her to get a good look at my chest, the large muscles rippling on my body. I'm not as young as her, but I'm not too shabby on the eyes. She visibly swallows before opening her mouth to speak and closing it just as quickly. I think maybe we should eat to keep that smart mouth busy.
I'm not hungry.
You'll eat, Isla.
You're just like Paul, telling me what to do.
I stride toward her, an animal stalking its timid prey. I have to be careful, because one wrong move and she'll sprint out the door. My fingers brush her skin as I grip her chin gently, ensuring she sees the truth in my eyes, that I won't harm her. I'm nothing like him. I'm telling you to eat because I want to take care of you, not control you. Her eyes move from me to the corridor leading to the dining room.
I don't know what to do.
I grasp her hand and weave our fingers together. I do. You just need to trust me.
Chapter 5. Isla. We sit in silence across from each other at the rich maple table. I gaze around the room, decorated in warm mahoganies and russet oranges. A little odd for a Park Avenue apartment, but a pleasant contrast to the overflow of white at Paul's place. The furniture suits Bryce. It's solid and robust, like him. He appears gentle and kind, with an underlying air of authority and control. But then again, so did Paul when we first met. Bryce watches me as I move my food mindlessly around my plate. I haven't taken a bite of anything, even though it smells divine. Beef tenderloin with peppercorn sauce, button mushrooms, garlic mashed potatoes, and maple-glazed Brussels sprouts.
Greta will be disappointed that you didn't try her steak,
Bryce says as he places a piece of medium-rare beef between his lips. Is it possible for a man's mouth to be beautiful? This man's is. I'm not hungry. The corners of Bryce's lips turn up to reveal charming dimples. He places his fork on the bone china plate, and his dark eyes focus intently on me. I swear they penetrate my flesh to the very core of my soul.
You're a stunning woman, Isla. The most beautiful woman I've ever seen. That being said, I'm not blind. My son hasn't taken care of you, which is a shame because I've always instilled in him the value of caring for our most precious belongings.
I'm not a possession.
We're all possessions, Isla. Some don't realize it, some deny it, some hide it, while others succumb to it. Belonging to someone isn't a bad thing if the owner knows your worth, understands how to take care of you, brightens you, and makes you sparkle. If my son were a real man, he would have put you on a pedestal, not had you collecting dust in a dark corner.
Paul beat me. No sense in sugarcoating it.
I sugarcoat nothing, Isla. I'm well aware of the atrocious acts my son inflicted on you. He didn't just bruise your skin or fracture your bones. He launched a full-fledged assault. He wanted to break more than your body. He wanted to crush your identity.
I turned my head away, feeling the scrutiny of his gaze and the shame of my existence. Humiliation runs through me. My brain scrambles for a reason to run, and my heart shatters at the brutal reality of Bryce's words.
Don't do that.
His deep voice snaps me from my spiraling thoughts. I don't move. I cast my eyes down, focusing on the food before me.
Look at me, Isla.
He demands, his voice laced with authority. I jerk, but I don't dare raise my gaze. I don't want to look into his eyes, because I fear the truths I might discover in them.
Damn it to hell, Isla. Look at me. I'm not gonna fucking hurt you. I'm not a good man, never claimed to be, but I'll never hurt you.
You don't need to behave like a scared animal, constantly fearful that I'm gonna demolish you.
Now, look the fuck up.
My head snaps up out of sheer will and a spark of defiance. Fuck you. I'm so sick and tired of people telling me what to do, how to act, what to say, how to dress. I've been your son's puppet for too damn long, and I'm sure as hell not going to trade one prison for another. Bryce's chair scrapes against the floor as he jumps from his seat. My plate and the ice in my glass rattle as he slams his hand on the mahogany table.
I'm not interested in being your warden, Isla. You can leave anytime you want, but you can't go back to Paul. I will not stand by while my piece of shit son abuses a woman.
I tilt my head, taking in this giant of a man. He is built like a beast and makes Jason Momoa look like an ant. Why are Paul's actions your fault? He's a grown man.
Because he's my son, and for the last year he's been harming you and I didn't know. I should have known.
Shame. It's the only emotion I can muster. Because as much as Bryce might want to take the blame for Paul, it was me who stayed. I'm unsure if I could resist Paul. Not because I love him. I don't know if loving someone who uses you as a punching bag is possible. Paul's 27 years old. He's an asshole and a control freak. There was nothing you could have done. I should have left. Bryce pinches the bridge of his nose and lifts his face, as if talking to an invisible deity.
Sometimes you want to believe the best in people so much that you sacrifice yourself, hoping that one day you'll be able to fix them, that if you behave better, you'll be able to stop them from being so angry, even if it's just a little.
Are you describing yourself or me? He turns his eyes toward me, his lips curling up slightly.
Perhaps both.
I long to ask him to explain how it all relates to him, but I have a feeling Bryce isn't the type of man who volunteers information for free, and I have little to give myself, let alone someone else. I'm exhausted. He stalks toward me, and in 3 long strides, he's by my side. He offers me his hand, and I can only stare at it. It's riddled with bruises, cuts, and caked blood, a reminder of how he went after Paul. For me. You want me to look at that? Some of those cuts are pretty bad. Bryce shrugs.
I've had worse.
He grips my wrist.
Since you aren't interested in eating, maybe we should get you to bed.
I don't know why, but the word bed on his lips has my stomach flipping. My mother told me from a young age that nothing in life is free, so it only makes sense that this man would want something. Where am I sleeping?
In my bed, of course. Chapter 6. Bryce. Isla jumps up.
Excuse me?
She's visibly shaking as she braces her hands on her hips.
As I told you earlier, I'm not a prostitute.
I can't help the chuckle that falls from my mouth. I withdraw my hand and cross my arms over my chest. Who said you were?
You, a moment ago. You said I was going to sleep in your bed.
She frowns as she wags her finger at me. She's like a little lion cub trying to be brave. You are. Isla glares at me before pushing her chair back and stomping from the dining room. I follow her, watching as she huffs, grabs her black leather bag from the island, and stomps to the front door. She pauses, her gaze dropping to the shattered crystal vase from my altercation with Paul. Her head lifts, and she sighs before bending to collect the fragmented pieces. I'm unsure why the image of her on her knees cleaning up after my son irks me, but it does. So much so that I want to lash out, but I know that would only spook her. A leaden weight presses down on my chest. Each shallow breath is a reminder of the fury boiling beneath my skin as I attempt to restrain myself. My hands, usually rough, now tremble because of her. The memory of gentleness is a foreign land I can no longer reach, yet her softness and despair ignite a longing, a desperate need to learn. Get up, Isla, I whisper, a fragile plea barely audible over the suffocating silence between us.
Don't tell me what to do. I've had enough of that from your son.
I take 2 quick steps toward her. She stumbles, her hand landing directly on the sharp shards in front of her with a sickening crunch. Crimson slowly blends into the crushed crystal on the floor, creating a glittering ruby-like effect. My fingers close around her blood-soaked hand, turning it over. A piece of crystal is embedded in the middle of her palm, surrounded by other fragmented tiny cuts. Jesus, I told you to leave it alone. Isla tries to jerk her hand free, but my grip is stronger. I pull her hand toward me and gently pluck out the shards of glass, wincing as they come out of her flesh. A sharp inhale escapes her lips as I carefully peel each piece from her delicate skin. Don't expect this to feel good, I growl, my voice rough, irrationally irritated at her injury and hating myself for it.
Sorry to be an inconvenience,
She mutters beneath her breath. She winces as I wrap my hand around hers and glare at her. Her hand appears so fragile in mine. One forceful squeeze and I could crush every bone. My fascination with her fragility freezes solid when her whispered words hit my ears like ice water.
Hit me. I'm sure all this is my fault somehow.
Hit her? She's asking me to hit her? Like, this is her fault and she's deserving of punishment? Jesus fucking Christ, what did Paul do to her? My anger sparks at her comment, but I rein it in because the rage building inside me has nothing to do with her and everything to do with my damaged and dysfunctional genetics. My father would become irrationally angry and blame every little thing that happened on my mom or me. Sadly, Paul is a clone of my father. I'd rather slit my throat than put my hands on you in violence. The urge to kick Paul's ass again is high on my priority list. Isla never stood a chance against him. She was his victim, and somehow he made her believe she was the aggressor. What did my piece of shit son do to you? Isla's eyes lock with mine. Her lips part, then close abruptly as if she's desperate to shield the ugliness of the truth. I understand the sadness in her eyes. It's the same poignant sadness that enveloped my mother, a heavy weight born from the horror of living with my father. You don't need to censor yourself around me.
He's your son.
Her voice is barely a whisper. I tug at the last piece of glass lodged in her hand. Let's get this washed up. We rise and head to the sink. She hisses as the cold water cascades onto her wounded hand. I grab the soap. This might hurt. She smiles hollowly.
Life hurts.
Reluctantly, I abandon her hand and move to the cupboard on the other side of the kitchen to retrieve the first aid kit.
That's a heavy-duty kit,
Isla says, eyeing the large case. I've had heavy-duty wounds.
You're fantastic at bandaging,
She murmurs a few minutes later. I smile as I fasten the gauze. It's not a skill I gained in the noblest of pursuits. I grip her good hand and tug. Come on. It's been a long day. Let's get some sleep. I push open the French doors to the main bedroom and gesture for her to enter. She takes a hesitant step forward while still holding my hand. I stare at her soft face, green eyes, and furrowed brow as she looks around. Her eyes wander to the black curtains, black satin sheets, and dark burgundy walls.
It's not white.
No, it's not.
Paul liked everything white.
Bloodstains are impossible to get out of anything white. Her eyes widen, and her mouth forms a perfect O. She looks petrified at my words. Don't worry, I'm not butchering people in here if that's what you're concerned about. Isla pulls her hand from mine and twines her fingers. She bites her bottom lip, a nervous gesture betraying her anxiety.
I have nothing to sleep in.
I move past her to my dresser drawer, pull out one of my t-shirts and hand it to her. I'll get some things delivered tomorrow, but this should do for tonight.
Where are you going to sleep?
On the floor beside you.
What?
I'm not risking you running out of here the minute I turn my back.
So I am your prisoner?
I brush my thumb over the soft flesh of her cheek. My guest. You're my guest.
Guests can leave.
I swear I'm not planning to keep you here against your will, Isla. I just need you to remain here for now so I can monitor you. Paul won't let this go. She sighs as she tips her head back.
Even the ceiling is burgundy.
I place my hands on her slender shoulders and shake her gently to get her attention. I won't have your life in jeopardy.
Why do you care? I'm no one to you. Just a random girl.
I laugh. Nothing about you is random. Her gaze moves to my hands on her shoulders.
And I'm supposed to believe that I'm safer here?
I search for patience as I inhale what feels like acrid air choking me. How can she doubt me when she witnessed the undeniable truth of my actions with her own eyes? She watched frozen as I unleashed a brutal storm on my son for her. She heard the sickening thud of flesh on flesh as my fist connected with his face. She stood there as I kicked my child from my home in a desperate need to protect her. The audacity, the pure nerve of her to question me, to doubt me. Even the air crackles with my disbelief at her willingness to forgive a man who repeatedly beat her while questioning my motives when I've shown her nothing but safety. I wish I could crack open my brain, expose the raw gray matter, and let her see the flickering images of my intentions. It would sure as fuck make things easier. As much as I want Isla to take me at my word, I understand her hesitancy, because all she's witnessed from me is violence. Sure, my aggression was for her protection, but that rings hollow at the sight of her haunted eyes. They reflect a woman who's seen so much violence that she now doubts anything good. I breathe in deeply, trying to steady myself before I become lost in the depths of her sorrow-filled eyes. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. You have my word that no one will harm you here, not even me. I realize you don't know me, and this is asking a lot, but I need you to trust me. Can you do that?
Trust isn't easy for me.
I get that. The idea of having a woman in my house turns my stomach. She tugs her shoulders out of my grasp.
Geez, I'm sorry if I repel you so much.
You're a lioness trapped in the body of a mouse. I'm having a hard time with the notion that you'd ever allow a man to tell you what to do with that smart mouth of yours. But I'd bet you're not afraid to give me the edge of your vicious tongue because you sense I'd never hurt you, no matter what you do or say. There's safety in that knowledge, isn't there, Isla? You can pretend you're a big, bad girl here, but when it matters, you cower and hide like a helpless animal.
You're an asshole.
Her hand flies up to strike my face, but I stop her with a firm grip on her wrist. I'm shocked at my reaction to her. The heat, the animalistic need to slam her against the wall and fuck her until the only words her pretty mouth can utter are Bryce and harder. I'm not a little boy, Isla. I've had my fill of manipulative women. You're going to be a good girl, or I'll be forced to treat you like a bad one. Isla sneers, right before she slaps me across the face.
Chapter 7. Isla. My gaze drops from his stunned face to my hand, Trembling like a leaf in a violent storm, my skin pricks with the terrifying awareness of what I've done as the weight of the consequences crashes down, threatening to drown me. I collapse onto the floor and shield my head, desperate to protect myself. The first blow will hurt the most. After a few hits, my body will go numb. My eyes will shut, and I'll pray to whatever merciful deity that may be listening to allow my suffering to be quick. Fear strangles me, a putrid emotion that turns into something vile and burns within my veins. I want to be strong and stand up against the shadow falling over me, but the sharp terror is crippling. I'm frozen, incapable of anything other than covering myself and waiting for the blows.
What are you doing?
His deep growl vibrates in the air. Please. It's the only word I can squeeze past my tight throat. I'm too scared to say more in case it escalates his anger and risks further harm. Memories of brutal hands punching, hitting, and humiliating me keep me frozen. I float out of my conscious mind, disassociating from reality. He grips my arms.
Get up, Isla.
I follow his command, not daring to defy him for fear of what it may lead to.
Look at me.
I raise my eyes to his, shocked to see no anger or desire for vengeance. Behind his dark irises, I witness annoyance and concern. He steps closer, and I step back. He doesn't retreat. He follows with another step until my back is pressed against the wall in his massive bedroom. I close my eyes as he raises his hand, but no open palm slap or fist to my face follows. Instead, I'm greeted by his gentle touch, the soft brush of his fingers over my cheek as he pushes a strand of hair behind my ear.
I'm not a patient man, but I'll learn how to be for you. You have my word, Isla, an unwavering promise. I will not hurt you. I am a violent man, but I am not an abuser. Those who receive my wrath aren't victims, they're villains.
I don't want to be a victim.
The reality of being a victim is that eventually you learn to be a survivor. A caterpillar doesn't turn into a butterfly overnight. You'll get your wings. It just takes time.
I squeeze my eyes shut, hoping to create a dam against the brimming tears threatening to spill over. These tears aren't due to sadness, but the pure, scalding frustration of the nightmare my life has become. The bitter taste of resentment toward both Paul and myself. A cacophony of juxtaposed emotions wages a war within me, from the dull ache of sadness to the painful sting of humiliation, to the fiery rage and the faint whisper of vengeance. I feel like a piece of driftwood, aimless and abandoned, left to rot on some distant shore. My eyes open, mesmerized by the intensity of him. I'm tired. The truth spills from my lips. Bryce's face softens as he smiles, exposing perfect dimples. He points toward the shirt lying on his bed.
Then get some sleep. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
Sleep? How do I fall into a slumber in the home of someone I don't know? Then again, is this home any worse than the one I slept in last night? Bryce tilts his head and smiles, as if reading my mind.
I promise you're safe.
Promises have lost their ability to sway me. You can thank your son for that.
My son is nothing like me, and I'm nothing like my son. His tainted blood may be my doing, but I don't condone or accept his actions. I'm a man of my word, Isla. You're safe here.
I snatch his shirt from the bed, the cotton cool against my suddenly clammy hands, and shuffle into the bathroom. Under the harsh fluorescent light, I examine my technicolor skin. My back is still tender, and the area around my ribcage is a canvas of purple and blue. The opposite side, which endured the brunt of Paul's rage, is eerily unmarked. Some men give roses to show their affection. Paul beat me with a burlap sack filled with oranges to show his hate. The scent of citrus still churns my stomach, a parting gift that will last me a lifetime. Sections of my flesh are tinged with purple, red, blue, green, and yellow. A rainbow, but with none of the hope and joy.
Chapter 8. Bryce. I had no clue my t-shirt would be the sexiest garment imaginable draped over Isla's curves. Each subtle shift of the fabric reveals glimpses of her thick thighs. The soft cotton clings to her large breasts, enticing me and making my damn mouth water. I'm a deviant, a sick, twisted pervert. This girl is young enough to be my daughter. She's the victim of my psychotic son, and here I am sporting a semi-hard-on while she sleeps in my bed. She shifts in her sleep, and my shirt rides up her body. To my shock and utter joy, I'm rewarded with a glimpse of her pretty pink pussy. Holy shit. She's not wearing panties. I shift my gaze away, but like metal to a magnet, my eyes are pulled back to the apex of her thighs. It's a sin to gaze at her like this, but God already knows I'm a sinner, and my afterlife will be an inferno of hellfire. Her legs shift open, and her pussy glistens under the moonlight. She moans, and panic rises within me, but my unease is soon put to rest as she settles again. My hand roams to my rock-hard cock, and I rub myself through my sweatpants, hoping to find some relief.
I've never been so hard in my damn life, and this girl hasn't even touched me.
I pull my dick from my gray sweatpants and spit on my palm. Gripping my shaft firmly, I glide my hand up and down. A moan escapes my lips as I take in Isla's luscious curves. The woman is beyond beautiful. Every inch of her begs to be explored by my hands, mouth, and tongue. I fall to my knees, my eyes locked on her perfect cunt. Fuck. I moan into the darkness as her pussy calls to me like a siren begging to be licked and sucked, to make her moan and scream my name in pure ecstasy. Her legs spread further, and for a moment I contemplate slipping between her thighs and shoving my dick deep inside her. That's the darkness in me, the voice that whispers to take what I want and never give a moment's thought to how it will affect another. It's the same voice that helped me survive, the dark whisper that's kept me alive. My hand stretches out, drawn by an invisible force that thrums in the air and hums with unspoken desire as my fingertips hover above her perfect cunt. The scent of musk and something sweetly floral, akin to honeysuckle, fills my senses, a siren's call leading to the edge of oblivion. I could lose myself here, become the instrument that washes away her torment with waves of pure, earth-shattering delight. A groan escapes my lips as I'm pulled further into bliss, imagining her body covered in sweat and my name a moan on her lips as she writhes beneath me. I'm a sick fuck. I reach out, but force myself to stop before my fingers brush her pussy lips, before I tumble into the sinful abyss. I clench my hand into a fist, straining my knuckles and halting its advance so that I don't succumb to the most prevalent temptation I've ever known. I realize how fucked up I am, how this is a violation. My mind is desperate to justify my actions. I'm not touching her. I'm simply enjoying the view she's placed in front of me. This is my world. Gray. Nothing is black and white. No one is good or evil. I'm accustomed to walking in the shadows, with one foot braced in heaven and the other in hell. But taking advantage of a woman who's been broken by my son is the lowest I've ever fallen. I groan and rush into the bathroom, turn on the shower, ensuring the water temperature is as frigid as possible. I need the freezing water to shake me out of my feverish need. Regret is a venomous emotion. It holds me within its grasp and twists me until I don't know what's up or down. I have many regrets. I regret not getting help from my mother and not standing up to my father. I regret falling under the spell of a predator who manipulated me when she saw my pain and trauma. I regret succumbing to my darkness and the beautiful woman who entranced me. I regret producing a son who's like my father. As I stand under the cascading water, pumping my dick harder and faster, my biggest regret is that I can't cage the beast that wants to claim Isla as my own. Fuck. I groan into the darkness, letting it envelop me. I shut my eyes as my hand works my cock, with images of Isla's naked body surrounding me like a blanket. Fuck. Yes. That's it. Fuck. I bellow as my cum shoots out, covering my hand and the shower wall. My body relaxes and my head thumps against the wall while I try to level my breathing. God damn it. I'm no better than my father or Paul. I'm just better at hiding how much of a piece of shit I am.
Chapter 9. Isla. Crashing surrounds me. My instinct is to rush under the bed and hide. They're fighting again. Daddy's always mad. Tonight he throws his dinner against the wall and makes Mama eat off the floor. He always does this to Mama. No wonder she never laughs anymore. Joseph pulls at his arm, but my father tosses him aside. It works. He's not focused on Mama anymore. His foot is no longer at her head, holding her down to the bowl on the floor. But I don't like how he's staring at Joseph. That's his angry look. The last time I saw his eyes slit in anger like that, he hit my sister Sarah with a belt so hard that she started bleeding. After that night, Sarah never spoke again. Mama keeps begging Daddy to get help for her, but he ignores the requests. I think he hates Sarah more than the rest of us. I hear him in her room at night, making weird noises as he calls her bad words. When he leaves, he's always fixing his belt. Lost in the past, I see my father covered in blood, and Joseph's lifeless body at his feet.
Isla.
A deep voice penetrates my nightmares. I try to speak, but I'm assaulted by silence.
Isla, stop screaming. Please stop.
The voice sounds tortured. He begs and shakes my shoulders. I need to tell him about Joseph, about what my father did, but I can't form words. My hands. I stare at my hands. They don't have crimson on them, but I know they're stained with blood. I didn't help him, I finally say.
Help who?
I focus on his face. It's him. Paul. Don't touch me. Stay away.
Isla.
He says, his voice calm.
Isla, it's me, Bryce.
He shakes me gently.
Snap out of it. You had a bad dream.
I can't register my high-octane scream. It's like a tornado, wild and out of control. Get away from me! I clawed his face, a desperate act less about causing pain and more about creating a barrier between us. To keep me safe. They always say I'm safe, that I'm their good girl, that they love me. But what they love is to hurt me, to view their twisted art on my skin. I'm in a vice. I can't move. He's overpowered me. His arms are a steel cage wrapped around me, holding me prisoner. But this prison doesn't seem as bad as those they've forced me into most of my life. Something about this one doesn't make me dread the next moment.
You're safe, Isla. You're safe. It was just a dream.
He's wrong. It wasn't a dream. It was a vivid flashback of my life and the beginning of my personal horror story. Tears stream from my eyes in rivulets. If it were possible to drown in tears, their heavy weight would pull me down into an endless ocean. A sharp crash reverberates through the stillness, startling both of us. What was that? Bryce doesn't have any pets. His eyes widen as I crane my neck and gaze up at him. My fingers dig into his arm as he tries to withdraw from me, clinging to him like a life raft in the middle of an ocean. He stares at me and attempts to smile, even though I can see the concern in his eyes.
Seems like you trust me a little, huh?
He pulls open the top drawer of the nightstand and grabs a gun.
You know how to use this?
I nod. Yes, I took a few classes when I left home.
Good. Take it. It's loaded. Shoot if anyone other than me tries to come in.
I nod as he places a chaste kiss on my forehead and walks to the bedroom door, leaving me alone in the darkness, holding a deadly weapon.
Chapter 10. Price. My apartment is state-of-the-art with the highest security system available. It cost me a small fortune, but it guarantees I'll hear an uninvited fly if it dares to enter. The dim moonlight barely pierces through the blinds, painting the space in dull shadows. Having Isla in my apartment has me on edge, far more than usual. Paul might be an idiot, but he's well connected, and I wouldn't put it past him to cut a deal with my enemies to wreak vengeance.
I grab the baseball bat from my office and saunter down the hall. It'll be a shame to bloody up Babe Ruth's signature.
This was one of the first things I ever bought, a completely frivolous rich man thing to do. Coming up in the Bronx and playing baseball, owning this little piece of MLB memorabilia made me feel like I'd finally made it. Breaking something as priceless as this bat tells me that the poor kid from the wrong side of the tracks now makes more money than Midas. A man is rummaging through the drawers in my kitchen. Not sure what the prick thinks he'll find there. Only an idiot would keep anything important with his knife and forks. For a big guy, I can be quiet when I need to be. It probably comes from years of making myself invisible, so I didn't get the shit kicked out of me by my father. The fucker doesn't even know I'm in the room. I'm slightly offended that an idiot like this broke into my apartment. He turns to the side, and I realize how fucked up everything is as soon as I see the little shit's face. Lonnie McCain, my son's so-called childhood best friend. The kid was so insane that no one would mess with him other than Paul, who saw the value of a kid like Lonnie. A stupid brute of a man who craved violence and mayhem more than Paul did. He treated Lonnie like a brother, a compatriot, and a partner. And for that, Lonnie pledged his undying loyalty to my son. Still not man enough to live your life, huh, Lonnie? Lonnie flings his body around, eyes wide and nostrils flared. A snarl escapes his mouth.
Looks like you want to die, old man, because any motherfucker who says that name doesn't live to see another day.
Young buck, I don't think you grasp who the fuck I am. My eyes flicker to the fish tank at the side of the room with 3 piranhas swimming in rapid succession, waiting for the next meal. The last man who threatened my life became fish food. Lonnie steps forward, his lips turning up in a cocky smile.
I'm not some old geezer who can't defend himself. They say you were a badass, but money and comfort have made you a pathetic chump. Gah!
An ear-piercing scream echoes in the darkness. His blood splashes against the wall, landing on the fridge and the microwave. Lonnie stumbles back, dropping the blade and cradling the side of his head, bashed in by the now blood-stained bat. Shame I had to ruin this piece of art, I sigh. I kick him in the gut before I hit him with the bat again, then place it carefully on the kitchen island. I'm pretty pissed about having to use a weapon, I say, grabbing his collar and battering his face until blood blooms around his head like a grotesque halo. I grip Lonnie's hair and haul his head back, ensuring his eyes are glued to me as I dip my fingers in his blood and suck them clean. There's something very primal about tasting the blood of your enemies on your tongue. Lonnie stares up at me dumbfounded. Jesus, he stammers. You're fucking crazy. Lonnie, who do you think the OG hothead psycho was in the neighborhood, huh? Who could fuck a man up for simply breathing in his direction? Once, I chopped a man's hand off and made him finger his asshole for shits and giggles, and that poor fucker didn't piss me off as much as you have. Rising, I keep my grip on Lonnie's hair and drag him toward the fish tank. Hope you're hungry, boys. Lonnie scoffs.
You're crazy if you think a bunch of fish are gonna do shit to me.
My laughter is venomous. Can't expect a brain-dead moron like you to grasp your unfortunate predicament. Fatalities involving piranhas are rare in the wild. They would take a small nibble and move along. But you're in a weakened condition, Lonnie, And my babies are hungry. I'll have no problem taking care of you when I hold your head down and let them feast. No, Lonnie slurs as he desperately tries to squirm out of my grasp. No, man, I'm sorry. I won't say shit. Just let me go. Thing is, Lonnie, you disrespected me by breaking into my home, and I'm a man who prides himself on making an example of anyone who dares to disrespect me. Yanking him by the head, I bring him over to the aquarium. This way, any other motherfucker who tries to cross me will know what awaits them. He thrashes as I hold his head in the tank, watching as the fish open wide and satiate their hunger with Lonnie's flesh. His nose bobs past in the water as chunks of his skin and blood flood the tank. This is gonna have to do for a while, boys. So eat up. Once Lonnie stops squirming, his limp form now resting against the cool metallic tank, I release him. The tang of metal hangs in the air as I walk back into the kitchen. I slide open a drawer and pull out a burner phone. My fingers slick with Lonnie's blood. I text the only contact in the phone. Clean up. My place. I'm going to one of the safe houses. I'll text you with instructions when I'm on the road.
Chapter 12. Isla. We've been at the cabin for 3 days. At first, I wanted to run fast and far, but that didn't last long. Being around Bryce feels easy. My defenses have quickly fallen. I'm experiencing less fear, mostly due to how gentle and thoughtful Bryce is. Unlike the previous men in my life, he's made no demands of me. Quite the opposite. I assumed he would be harsh and dominant in all aspects of his life, but that's not an accurate portrait of the man. Bryce puts a lot of emphasis on care, not with money, but with actions. He cooks our meals and insists on cleaning up afterward. I can clean up, you know, I say to him. Since you cooked, you don't need to wash up. Bryce glances at my bandaged hand and smiles.
Clean up once your hands get better. Until then, you won't be lifting a finger.
Your hands look substantially worse than mine. Bryce stares at his battered and bruised hands.
I'm used to it.
He shrugs.
Banged up hands are attractive on men. Besides, I enjoy taking care of you. It makes me feel good. I want you to relax as much as you can.
I'm not used to being taken care of, or someone asking me what I think or feel, which Bryce often does. Throughout the day, he periodically asks me how I am, and brings me water and snacks. Even with his care and kindness, I can't get the image of what he did to that guy in his apartment out of my head. It's as if he has two sides, one sweet and caring, and the other completely deranged.
You still with me, Isla?
Bryce's voice breaks across my thoughts and brings me back to the here and now. I realize I've been standing in the kitchen, staring into space. Parts of me? He steps closer.
Which parts?
Physically, I'm here, but I can't get the image of that guy out of my head. You didn't just kill him. You tortured him creatively. Your brain has to be a little twisted to feed a man to piranhas.
That man wanted to kill me and do God knows what to you. He deserves nothing less than he got.
But why the torture? Bryce's magnetic eyes tug at me. The left side of his mouth tilts up, and he shrugs.
It was the fun part.
Fun? What you did to him was straight out of a horror movie, and you think it was fun?
I've only ever enjoyed 3 things, Isla. The game, fucking, and making my enemies pray for a quick death. I've been out of the game for almost a decade, so it seems fitting to get my rocks off by letting my fish gut that motherfucker.
Before I can stop myself, I ask, are you going to want other things from me? Bryce smiles and steps forward.
Other things?
My throat is tight, as if an invisible rock is lodged there, a hand wrapped around my vocal cords, making it impossible to utter a word. My gaze catches Bryce's, and I'm trapped, forced into an imaginary cage, haunted by his soulful, tortured eyes. He takes another step forward until the hard ridges of his body are pressed against mine. He lifts a hand and brushes my hair behind my ear.
What other things, Isla?
I close my eyes and whisper, "Sex."
Open your eyes, Isla.
I obey, not out of fear, but something else, something I can't name. He moves, pressing his forehead to mine.
Thing is, sweet Isla, since meeting you, the only sex I want is with someone who's not ready. Yet.
I told you, I'm not a prostitute.
And I don't pay for sex. I don't force women to do anything they don't want to. I'm attracted to you, Isla. Far more than I should be. It's something I'm struggling with. Chapter 13. Bryce. I know I'm lower than dirt, a no-good piece of shit. This desire for my son's girlfriend is wrong, forbidden. But the first time she walked into my apartment on my son's arm, jealousy I'd never known burned red hot. She's a vision I can't turn away from. I've had dreams of her beneath me as I coax yearning whimpers from her lips. I've imagined her voice rising in a crescendo as she screams my name, begging me for more. Images of her body trembling with release from my tongue, fingers, and cock. I want to drown out all the pain she's endured. I long to replace her misery with intense pleasure, so overwhelming that it leaves her breathless and satiated. One day, Isla, every part of you will beg me to make you scream my name. The words slip out before I can process them. Fuck. She's stunned silent, her pretty eyes wide and glassy as she bites her bottom lip. Her long nails dig into her palms, but her dilated pupils and erratic breathing aren't lost on me. I'm unsure if her reactions are from fear or because she's turned on. It could be both. If she weren't so vulnerable, I'd have her bent over the kitchen counter with my cock buried deep inside her. But I can't do that. My instinct to fuck her senseless won't work for her. She's not in the right mental space, and I'm too on edge to fuck her with tenderness. I don't think she'll ever be ready for me. I offer her a smile, trying to appear more like a sheep than the wolf I am. I'm sorry. I take her hand and tug her toward the sofa. She doesn't appear as frightened as she was earlier. She sits on the soft brown leather, and I drop to my knees in front of her. My eyes lock on hers as I grip her ankles, gently removing her shoes before lifting her legs onto the coffee table.
I was 3 the last time someone removed my shoes for me.
3 seems young to become self-sufficient.
Yes, well, witnessing your mother beaten in front of your eyes because she helped you instead of being at your father's beck and call affects a young child's psyche.
Is he still alive?
No, he died a long time ago.
She sinks into the sofa, and her eyes slide shut as I massage the soles of her feet.
Where does a guy like you learn a technique like that?
My mother. I couldn't get her a nice spa day back then.
You're nothing like Paul.
I shrug, wishing my son weren't who he is. Apparently, being a wife-beaten piece of shit skips a generation.
She wiggles her foot out of my hands and scoots to the edge of the sofa, the ease of a moment ago gone.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
It's all right. I have to get used to the fact that nothing in my life will ever be normal. That not a second will go by when I'm not reminded of the shitty hand I've been dealt.
I move up to the sofa and wrap my arm around her. To my surprise, she doesn't pull away like I expected. Instead, she turns her head to me and offers a smile. I don't overthink it. Ignoring every logical thought in my brain telling me to stop, I bring my mouth to hers and touch her lips with mine. Isla doesn't pull back. She sighs, wrapping her arms around my neck and pulling me closer. At this moment, I'm just a man and she's just a woman. No complications. I grip the hair at her nape and tug gently, forcing her to part her lips for me. Pressing her into the sofa, my body shields hers, and every curve of her body makes my cock throb with need. My hand glides down her body, and my fingers brush the hem of my shirt that looks like a dress on her. Bunching the material, I push it up and savor the sensation of her soft flesh. The animalistic part of my brain switches on, and all I can think about is sliding my dick into her warmth and fucking her into oblivion. She gasps as I cup her tit.
Make me forget, please.
I freeze. The desperate tone of her voice is like a surge of ice water injected into my veins. Right now, I could be anyone, any man. It isn't me Isla begs for, but a body. And I want to be more than a vessel for her to temporarily numb her pain. I'm not sure why I want more, but I do. For the first time in my adult life, I crave a woman like a junkie longing for the release of heroin in his veins. Heat floods my body, not the kind that comes from burning desire, but from a threat. If I fuck Isla the way I want, like an animal, desperate and hungry, she'll run. I push off her and turn my back, heading into the kitchen. I think we should get some food and watch a movie. Isla deserves better than me, but she won't get it. The least I can do is give her time to adjust, because I realize that my desire for her will win. I only hope I don't do more damage. As I open the fridge, I hear the front door slam.
Chapter 14. Isla. Humiliation is a powerful emotion that warps logical thought into doubt and pain. I comprehended that what Bryce did was the right move, that sex with him could unleash a trauma I'm not ready to tackle. But the sharp blade of rejection has my mind spinning in circles. I wanted to sleep with him because it was my choice, giving me a shred of power I've lacked my entire life. Bryce isn't a rational choice, but he's the only person who's ever given me a sense of ease. His dominant nature is more protective than predatory. He's a breath of fresh air, a stark contrast to the violent men I'm used to, who prey on the weak. The scent of damp earth is heavy in the air. Towering trees surround the house, looming like watchful giants, their branches creaking in the wind. I stumble forward, unable to steady my feet. The frigid wind whips at my face, stinging my cheeks as I run. A fresh wave of agony pierces the soles of my feet. With every step over the jagged rocks, I push past the pain and continue onward, desperate to run from my past, present, and even my future. Beauty exists in the silence. No cars or houses in sight, only the green tapestry of trees under a starry sky. For the first time in a long time, I can breathe. Real, lung-filling breaths, untainted by anxiety or worry. It's now crisp, clean, and intoxicating. I'm free among these trees. Nature has a way of rendering you insignificant, and knowing I'm a speck in the universe allows me to drop my defenses. It's a revelation.
Isla!
Bryce's shout echoes in the distance. My shame morphs into anger, my peace into conflict. Yet another man who's taken my choice away from me. The dirt kicks up under my feet, earthy and solid, and I sprint further into the haunting beauty of the evergreens. I'm so lost in the freeing euphoria of the run that I don't see or hear him until his arms wrap around me like a vice. I'm trapped, immobile. Paul's voice is like a drop of venom in my ear.
Hello, Isla.
With the slash of a blade, my shirt is sliced open, baring my flesh. Blood trickles between my breasts. Paul's hands squeeze me cruelly.
You thought I'd let you jump from my cock to his? Such a pathetic whore.
My face is level with the ground. The scent of the earth is so strong that I can taste it. The sound of a zipper being lowered fills me with dread. My heart thunders as cold metal slips under my cotton pants, and they're cut from my body. The tip of his cock prods my behind. "Paul, no, please don't," I beg, my voice small and inconsequential. I know it's pointless to ask this man for mercy. He'll take what he wants without a care for me. The tip of his blade presses against my labia. I close my eyes, desperate to leave my body, to shut out everything and leave this life to meet my maker. I don't know if heaven and God exist, but decaying in the dirt would be better than the life I'm living.
I was going to give you everything. You had it all, but you betrayed me like a common whore. I thought you were special, Isla, mine. But you were never mine. You were just waiting to spread your legs for the next guy. But my father, Isla? My fucking father?
His hot breath invades my nostrils, and the putrid scent causes bile to rise in my throat.
I'm gonna tear your fat ass apart, and then I'm gonna shove this knife in your cunt and gut you like a fish. I've always wanted to see how a cunt looks ripped apart by a knife. Perhaps I'll rip it open and fuck it with random shit I find on the forest floor. Might as well fuck you one last time, you ungrateful, filthy bitch. The hell you will.
Bryce, his voice is like a guiding light in the darkness. Paul's weight is lifted from my back, and the biting cold of the blade leaves my skin. Slick, caked mud clings to my skin as I drag myself toward a towering tree, the rough bark beneath my fingers grounding me. Leaning against the trunk, I turn to see Paul on the ground, while Bryce menacingly looms over him. Blood. So much blood. My gaze falls on the glistening red covering the silver blade. It glints in the sunlight, spearing through the trees. Bryce growls.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. You won't kill me, Pops. I'm your flesh and blood.
Paul spits. Bryce's bloody fingers grip the knife, his eyes focused on Paul. He grabs Paul by the throat, pinning his head to the ground. Pulling the blade back, he stabs Paul directly in the eye.
What's the saying, son? Oh, wait. I remember. I helped bring you into the world, and now I'm gonna remove you from it. Yeah, that's it.
Paul's screech echoes around me as the knife plunges into his eye socket.
That's just for all the times you subjected her to your rage.
Bryce hisses.
Dad?
Paul whines. He sounds helpless, like a child.
Dad, don't do this. I'm your son.
Paul's words are breathless pants.
Don't hurt me, Daddy. Daddy? You think I'm an idiot, Paul? You think that word means anything? You think it will make me stop, huh? I didn't stop when my father begged. I didn't blink when I snuffed out his pathetic life, so I sure as fuck won't stop now. It doesn't matter that you have my blood in your veins.
Bryce punches Paul in the face. He's feral, like a wild animal finally let out of his cage.
None of that matters. You stopped being my son the day you put your hands on Isla. You stopped mattering to me when I saw you hurt a woman the way my father hurt my mother.
I watch with sick fascination as Bryce yanks the blade free, now covered in chunks of flesh and fluid.
Please, I'll be good. I promise.
Bryce looks down at his son, and raw pain briefly flashes in his eyes, before it's replaced by a chilling anger and indifference. He examines the blood-stained knife in his hand, and a cruel smirk twists his lips before he stabs the blade into Paul's other eye.
This one is for the scars you left on her soul.
Finally, he plunges the knife directly into his son's heart.
And this one is for what you did to her tonight.
He pulls the knife out and plunges it repeatedly into Paul's chest.
When you tried to fucking rape and kill her.
I sit in shocked silence as Bryce butchers Paul. He's killed his son. The metallic tang of Paul's blood in the air snaps me out of my stupor. I need to save myself from Bryce and his depravity. Planting my palms on the damp earth, I rise and run. My heart thuds in an erratic rhythm as I turn to see what's coming after me. I try to push past the fear and move my legs as fast as humanly possible. I glance over my shoulder. and shame washes over me as I glimpse Bryce's blood-soaked face. Moonlight flickers over him. The monster is now unleashed from its prison.
Isla!
He discards Paul's limp body with a sickening thud and runs after me, his long legs taking one stride for every two of mine. Leave me alone! My words are sharp and brittle, but as I run, I question them. Do I want him to leave me alone? I'm not sure. What kind of sick person isn't sure that she wants a murderer to leave her alone? His brutal violence against Paul repelled me. The pained grunts and squelching flesh disgusted me. The matted glare in Bryce's eyes scared me. Yet, I can't deny my shameful attraction to him. The imaginary rope between us beckons to me in ways I can't explain. Bryce's fierce protection of me at such a high cost to himself has my emotions in a turbulent tornado, spinning with no direction or purpose. I despise myself for being attracted to him, for being turned on by his repulsive violence. Have the years of abuse warped and twisted my mind into accepting deplorable acts as palatable, even desirable? What the fuck have I turned into?
Isla, please, stop.
I want to do as Bryce asks, but the little girl whose father beat her needs to run. The woman abused by his son doesn't want to listen to anything he has to say.
You can't leave, Isla. Be reasonable. You don't have a car, and your phone is in your purse back at the cabin. There's no cab or bus service here. What are you going to do? Crawl into the forest and wait for an animal to attack you?
The sharp scent of pine needles fills my nostrils. The wind rustles the leaves in a dizzying dance overhead. He's right. I'm trapped. But I'd rather be devoured by a wild beast in the forest than give him the satisfaction of admitting it. The only animals I've seen in this forest are you and Paul, I shout, my voice echoing in the stillness. The sun is rising, painting the sky in a breathtaking display of vibrant colors. A cruel irony, as the same hues of orange, deep red, and vibrant purple are mirrored in the ugly bruises on my skin. A heavy weight suddenly slams me to the forest floor. My fingernails scrape against the cold, hard ground. A vice-like grip clamps around my ankle, and Bryce yanks me toward him. His rough voice cuts through the air like the blade of a knife.
You're fucking crazy. It's freezing out here and you're being dramatic.
Let me go! I scream. A shiver dances across my skin as his body presses against mine, a confusing contrast of warmth and fear. Bryce pins my arms above my head. Paul did the same thing when he tried to force me. But unlike then, my body doesn't recoil in disgust. My legs part, welcoming the solid angle of Bryce's knee, and my hips instinctively arch, craving the friction. My mind is a haze of confusion. The scent of his cologne, a musky spice, and the metallic tang of blood invade my nostrils, making me heady. A silent plea escapes my lips, barely a whisper. Don't hurt me.
Fuck.
Bryce growls as he jumps off me.
Fuck.
His anger is palpable. His hands pull at his salt and pepper hair before he turns to me, his eyes haunted.
Damn it, Isla. I won't hurt you. I'll never hurt you.
Why don't you feel anything after killing your son?
What am I supposed to feel, Isla?
He growls. His voice is hoarse, as if he's on the brink of insanity. I don't fucking know, I shout. Something? He was your son, and you killed him like he didn't matter. If you can slaughter your own child so brutally, why would I feel safe around you? Do I look that stupid? Bryce bursts out laughing.
Do you look stupid? No, but you were stupid to stay with Paul for as long as you did.
With 2 quick strides, he's in front of me. He grips my biceps and pulls me toward him. Bending to my ear, he whispers,
You should have left the first time he hit you.
I bite my lip, fighting the tears brimming in my eyes. Fuck you, Bryce. Fuck you. You don't know what it's like to be in that kind of situation. It's so easy to make judgments about me. So easy for you to tell me what I should have done. But you'll never know what it's like to love a monster. You'll never understand what it's like to look into the eyes of someone you love and know that all they want to do is hurt you. It's horrifying. You think they'll change for you, that they mean it when they say they'll never hurt you again. But it's a lie, because it happens over and over. Each time I told myself it was the last, and each time I stayed. I know I'm an idiot. I fucking know. But you'll never understand how it feels.
I know more than you think.
Bryce whispers so low that I barely hear him. How could you possibly know, Bryce? How could you ever know? A moment of silence. It's not uncomfortable, but it lingers between us. I asked, and now he's forced to answer.
My father beat me and my mom. Apparently I have fucked up defective genes.
I cover my mouth. Oh, Bryce.
Don't feel bad for me, Isla. I don't need your pity. I took care of him.
What do you mean, took care of him?
Paul wasn't the first family member I've killed without batting an eye. I killed my father, too. That man ruined my life, ruined my mother. He beat her until she became a shell of her former self. The last time he hit her, it caused brain damage. She was never the same after. That was when I knew it was him or her. She wouldn't leave him, so I had to make him leave her.
But Paul was your son.
Paul was never my son. As much as I tried to fix him, I couldn't. You can't save people like my father and Paul. They hatched straight from hell. Maybe it's my punishment because I'm a sinner, and my burden in life was putting them down.
I shuffle back, needing distance to breathe. The walls are closing in on me, and I can't function. I'm frozen between desire and despair, unsure of what to do or how to approach this situation. I don't know this man. I have a connection to him, but it doesn't change who he is, what he is. My memories cling to his psychotic son and the sickening thud of Paul's fists meeting my flesh, the stinging echo of his venomous words. I remember the insidious way he manipulated me until his abuse became a twisted form of care, a perverse compassion that left me empty. Bryce claims he wants to help me, to protect me. He whispers words of reassurance with a steel glint in his eyes, and a resolve that lets me know he'll go to any lengths to ensure I'm safe. Like a knight in an order, he swears fealty. But can I trust him? Who do I doubt? Him or me? Is it his judgment I don't trust? Or mine? How do I know I won't become his prisoner now that I'm no longer Paul's? Shaking my head, I scream, I don't need you!
You may not want me, but you need me,
Bryce says. His words sound defeated, sad and hollow. My chest aches. Tears fill my eyes. And as much as I want to deny it, his words are also laced with the truth. I have nowhere to go and no one to turn to. I'm alone. And my only hope is to trust a man I barely know. My body falls limp with the resounding certainty of my fate. No choice, no options, no hope.
Look at me, Isla.
Our eyes connect, and I see a spark of hope in the depths of his dark irises. Bryce leans in, his lips barely touching mine.
I'm not a good man. I'm a killer, a criminal. My moral compass is skewed at best and completely broken at worst. I'm capable of unimaginable depravity, but I promise I'll never harm you. Back there in the cabin, I wasn't rejecting you. I was trying to save you. I want you. God knows I want you more than I've ever wanted anything, but I know you're not ready. Taking you would have made me that guy, Isla, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to lie and pretend that it will be okay when I know that one step too far could shatter you. I don't want to be like them.
I'm not an idiot. I know you're a criminal. I don't expect you to be a knight on a white horse who'll ride off with me into the sunset. I don't even expect to see sunsets. All I want is one thing that's mine. One thing that's my choice. Maybe that's what I need. To fuck Bryce, get him out of my system and move on. It's probably not healthy, and I most likely need therapy. But I need to have something be my choice. Just one thing. Bryce paces back and forth, whispering profanities under his breath.
Fuck. This is fucking crazy. Motherfucker. I'm not right in the head. I'm not like my father and Paul. I don't hit women out of anger, but I have issues. Fucked up issues.
Bigger issues than being a murderer? How the fuck am I so calm about this? What is it about this man, this killer, that keeps me calm when I should run in terror?
I like depraved shit, Isla. Shit that isn't okay for someone like you. Things that could break you.
What things?
You're not going to leave this be, are you?
He asks in frustration. I shake my head.
I like violent sex. It's the only way I get off. I'm not abusive. I won't hurt you to feel powerful, but I will fuck you hard and get off on your tears.
He locks eyes with me.
See? Fucked up shit.
Will you stop if I ask you to? Bryce appears taken aback, his expression horrified as if I've struck him.
Of course.
I might regret this tomorrow, but tonight, I need to forget. I want to lose myself in Bryce. Then don't deprive me of that choice.
Chapter 15.
Bryce. My pants feel like they're about to burst, the denim straining against my erection. I have a brutal desire to tear her clothes, hear them rip as I claim her. I want to bury myself inside her, fuck her until she's limp and gasping, unable to think about anything other than my touch on her skin. A primal urge bellows within me, demanding I brand her as mine, to mark every inch of her so that no other man would dare to glance her way. This woman has made me mad with passion and forced me to abandon all reason and logic. My desire for her is all-consuming, and I'm scared that it will drive me mad. What if something goes wrong? An icy wave of fear washes over me. What if sex with me scares her and she runs?
I can handle it, Bryce. Please.
I don't like you begging.
Then don't make me beg.
I greedily take in every curve of her body, my mouth watering. Pick a word.
A word?
If you want me to fuck you, you need a safe word. The word stop or no isn't enough for the shit I'm into. I fuck like an animal. If we do this, I'll want to rip you apart and mark every inch of you. The shit I'll do will be scary, and I honestly don't know how you'll react. Your safe word is you're out. No matter what I'm doing, you say that word and it stops immediately. Isla's chin juts up, and she crosses her arms over her chest, staring me directly in the eyes.
I've lived with monsters my whole life, Bryce. I can take it.
She doesn't understand. It's not about beating her or forcing her to do something. What I want to do with her will be consensual and pleasurable for her. That she's confusing the two is infuriating. I stride forward and she retreats. Her back hits a tree as my body covers hers. The men in your life burned you to make themselves feel superior because they weren't worthy of you. I'll burn the world and make you the queen of the ashes just to see you smile. If I have to, I'll cut out my heart to make you whole. I trail my nose along the smooth curve of her neck, inhaling her unique scent. A mix of Dove soap and something distinctly her.
Pure, strong, and beautiful.
I don't want to hurt you, Isla. I want to fuck the breath out of you. What I want to do to you will be a resonant chord like a church organ battling a blues guitar. My touch on your skin will be a paradox, a featherlight absolution, and a branding iron's kiss. It will be a medley for both the saint and the sinner. My hands roam her sides, loving how her softness fits in my palms. I want to mark her skin, not in anger, but in pleasure, desire, and need. Protecting and providing for you is all I need, Isla. I don't need to hurt you to prove I'm a man, and not any man, your man. I'll do everything and anything, break laws and cross boundaries to prove I'm yours, but you have to trust me. That's the only thing I ask for, your unwavering trust.
I'm not sure I can trust.
My lips hover near her ear. Let me prove to you that you can trust me. Allow me to show you that a real king worships his queen. Isla's breathing speeds up as she tentatively lifts her arms around my neck.
What if I can't do this?
Your words are unsure, but I smell the want of your sweet pussy, Isla. Your body wants to give in to me.
My body is a treacherous bitch,
she mumbles.
It's a little fucked up to want to have sex with you after you just offed your own kid.
As I said, I'm thoroughly fucked up. Her hand shakes as she points behind me.
His eyeless body is right there. You realize that, right?
I know I should feel shame or sadness, but I don't. I feel the same as when I killed my father. Nothing. Perhaps I'm a psychopath, but I learned long ago that I am who I am. I do what needs to be done, and I don't agonize over my actions. Had Paul stayed away, he'd be living his life in bliss far away from you. I warned him what my solution would be if he pressed the situation. He came after you, and I kept my word. One thing about me, Isla, is that my word is finite. It's my character, my honor. Paul understood what would happen. He mistakenly assumed he'd be the victor in the war. I haul her to me, pulling her away from the tree. Now, how about you pick that safe word?
So when I use that word, you'll stop?
Immediately. Her eyes drift downward. I gently tilt her chin, forcing her to meet my intense gaze. My fingers brush against the soft skin of her jaw, then smooth her dark, silky hair away from her face. I'm not them. I may like to fuck like an animal, but you'll always take priority over my needs. Her eyes cut into my soul like razors. I don't know what I'll do if she says no. Can I let her go? Can I change to be what she needs? My gut twists at the idea of not having her. I'm not sure I could let this girl go. I don't understand why she's different from other women, why I'd give up everything for one moment with her. But here I stand, in the middle of the woods, with blood-covered hands, praying to a God I don't believe in that she'll say yes.
Spaghetti.
I stare at her blankly. You're hungry? Her mouth twitches.
No, that's my safe word.
Joy bursts into my dark soul as I step away and observe my prey. Okay then. Time to run, little rabbit. Run.
Chapter 16. Isla. Like an idiot, I don't stop to question Bryce, but I suppose that makes sense with my history. When told to run, I always run. It's a habit born of self-preservation, a way to ensure I'm not harmed by the monsters that have driven the story of my life. The bright sun warms my skin with golden light, yet I still feel the icy draft of the cold where Bryce's warmth used to be. My boots crunch on the path, stirring up the dry, earthy scent of dirt as I maneuver through the shadowy, green-tinged trees, their leaves rustling in the breeze. Bryce's voice calls to me from a distance.
Ready or not,
Here I come.
A childish phrase to begin a childish game, but I suspect that what Bryce has in mind when he catches me won't be child-friendly. My lips turn up, and my heart stutters with a foreign sensation. Joy. I'm having fun running away from him. I guess this is what it's like to be chased by a man who doesn't want to end your life. I laugh as I sprint through the trees until I'm halted mid-jump by strong arms. I'm whipped around and come face to face with Bryce. He looks frightening with his flared nostrils and dilated pupils. He smirks and shoves me roughly against the nearest tree. The blood-stained knife he used to kill Paul slices through my t-shirt before he wraps my wrists in one large hand.
Looks like the wolf caught you, Rabbit.
He yanks my arms above my head. Coarse cotton from my now tattered t-shirt binds my wrists to the tree trunk. He kicks my bare feet apart with his steel-toed boots. The sight of his footwear is oddly sexy, particularly on him, since he's an Upper West Side man who wears Italian loafers and expensive designer suits. Bryce in the forest, wild and primitive, stirs a desire in me I didn't know was possible. With Paul, sex was obligatory and forced, but with Bryce, it feels exciting and erotic. He trails his nose up my neck before he nips at my earlobe.
You smell good enough to eat, and I'm a starved man, Rabbit.
A moan escapes my lips before I can stop it, revealing my need for his touch.
If you can't speak and you want me to stop, tap either my right or left shoulder 3 times. If you're on the ground, tap my knee 3 times, got it?
I nod.
Nah, Rabbit, that's not gonna cut it for me. Be a big girl and use your words. Do you understand?
Yes, I say, my throat suddenly dry. His hand moves to my throat, and his fingers tighten. Fear takes over, but I keep silently whispering that it's Bryce, and I'm okay.
I won't give up, Rabbit. If you want me to stop, you're gonna have to fight.
I tug my arms, and the t-shirt tears, which seems odd. I'm confident that if Bryce wanted me to stay put, I'd never be able to free myself. Pushing off the tree, forcing him to stumble back, bravery takes hold, and I launch myself at him, gripping his salt and pepper hair and yanking his head back. I'm not sure what's come over me as I dip my head and bite his shoulder.
Fuck.
He groans.
That's it, baby. Show Daddy what you've got.
I dig my fingernails into the flesh of his neck, and the bark of the tree trunk rips into my back as he shoves me against it again. Bryce presses the knife in his hand against my throat and smiles.
Remember your safe word.
I nod, and before I can say anything, Bryce takes my bottom lip between his teeth and bites, filling my mouth with a metallic taste of blood. The pain doesn't register, because I can only focus on his hard cock pushing against me, and my desire to feel him inside me. I score my nails down his back, breaking the skin.
That's it, Rabbit. Make me bleed for you.
He squeezes my breasts, a bruising pressure that steals my breath. Before his attention moves to my nipples, he grips them between calloused fingers and pinches them with brute force, pulling them away from my chest toward the sky. I scream as searing pain explodes through me. Ah! The louder I cry out, the rougher Bryce is. It's as if he wants me to suffer. A wave of panic washes over me as I fear he might tear my nipples right off my body. This is a twisted game with a twisted man, a game of chicken. Will he stop before I say my safe word, or will I endure the pain to win? I close my eyes and breathe until I can't take the pain anymore. As I'm about to scream out my safe word, Bryce abandons my nipple.
Good girl.
His hands move from my nipples to fist my hair. He smiles at me and pushes me down. I tense a little when the tip of his dick pushes against my exposed pussy, not out of fear, but in pure desperation to have him fuck me.
Tell me what you want, Isla.
What? A hard slap against my ass. When I don't answer, he slaps me again and again. I moan and push my ass against him.
Look at you, Rabbit, begging Daddy to punish you like a dirty little slut.
Being this wet mortifies me. Yesterday, the word slut would have made me recoil, wanting to disappear into the shadows. But when Bryce's low timbre wraps around the word, it feels different. The word no longer makes me feel disgusting and deplorable. When Bryce says it, I feel beautiful, strong, and wanted. Call me that again, I pant. Another slap on my ass.
Call you what?
I swallow my pride and decide to ask for what I want for the first time in my life. Slut. Call me a slut. I like when you say it.
Chapter 17. Bryce.
Fuck. I didn't mean to call her a slut, but it slipped out. I didn't call her that to be disrespectful, because Isla is anything but a slut. She's beautiful and strong, perfect. But when she asks me to say it again, hearing her beg for me to repeat it makes me want to degrade her while I make her come until her mind goes numb. You want to be a good little slut for me, Isla? She nods. Fuck, why does she keep nodding? I told her I wanted her words. I need her to grasp that she can get out of this at any time. It seems she's gonna make fucking her frustrating. My palm connects with her ass. I told you, baby girl. With me, you use your words. Now, Isla, do you want to be a good little slut for Daddy?
Yes,
she whispers as she pushes against me as if desperate for my hand to connect with her ass. You want Daddy's cock in your whore cunt, don't you? She nods. But that's not good enough. I pull her hair, forcing her head back. No nodding. Be a good girl and tell me exactly what you want.
Yes, Daddy,
she whispers. Nah, baby girl. Tell me exactly what you want.
Please fuck me, Daddy.
I grip her hips, my fingers sinking into her flesh. Her soft curves yield to my touch, making my cock twitch. My fingers move to her center, and I tear her panties with one firm tug. You won't be needing these, I growl into her ear. Lining my cock along her cunt, I tease her clit with the tip of my dick, building anticipation.
Bryce,
she moans. Fuck. I love the sound of my name on her lips. Isla, needy and wanton, is more captivating than the most valuable works of art. I don't know if I can be gentle, I whisper. Maybe I shouldn't do this. She says she's ready, but what if she's not? I can force myself to be gentle, but it would be a lie. If she stays with me, she has to know who I am.
Please, Bryce.
Fuck, I growl. A gasp escapes her lips as I ram my dick into her with one forceful thrust. Her moans and whimpers ignite a flame within me that I thought was long dead. So fucking wet. So tight. So fucking warm. The sensation of her soft flesh under my hands is like a narcotic pumping through my veins, driving me further into the depths of addiction. Nothing seems to matter but her at this moment, the world fading into a blurry haze. You feel so good, baby. So wet and perfect. Isla moans as she backs her ass onto my cock. I abandon my grip on her head and grab her big, round ass cheeks, spreading them apart to view her perfectly tight asshole. I spit on her bud before gliding the tip of one index finger around it. Has anyone fucked you here, Rabbit? She whimpers and stills.
No.
Don't worry. I won't fuck your ass. Not yet. I spread the glistening saliva deliberately before slowly pushing one finger inside her. But one day soon,
you're gonna fall on your knees and beg me to fuck this sweet asshole. On that day, I'll make you scream with bliss until you can't see straight. I grip her stomach, loving how it hangs slightly. I've always adored a woman's belly. Some men like tits, some like asses, but me, I love the rounded softness of a stomach. It's beautiful. As I grope Isla, an image flashes in my mind of her, swollen and heavy with my child. The eroticism of the image is so intense that I feel like I'm losing my damn mind. My thrusts quicken as if I've become possessed by a demon. What the fuck is wrong with me? What has this woman done to me? Daddy's gonna fill you with cum, baby. I'm gonna fill your womb, watch your big, beautiful belly as it grows with my child. With one finger in her ass and the other hand cupping her soft belly, I pound into her cunt like a man desperate for breath. At this moment, I know two things. I want to hear this woman scream in pleasure, and I'll do anything to ensure she's mine. I devour the sight of her belly jiggling, the softness of her flesh against mine, until the animal in me can't hold off any longer. Anchoring myself in the only piece of heaven I've known on earth, I fuck her like the devil chasing sin. Lifting from the ground, I hold her thighs as I fuck her from the new position. That's it, baby girl. Take Daddy's cock. Look at how well you're doing. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Such a good fucking girl. Fuck. Your cunt is so perfect. So fucking perfect. That's it, baby. Grip my cock. Show Daddy how much you want him to fill your tight little cunt with his cum.
Oh, God.
Don't call out another's name while I'm fucking you, Isla.
Don't stop, Bryce. Please don't stop. I'm so close.
I push her down further, gripping her thighs as I plant my foot on her head to keep her in place. She looks hot when she's at my mercy, not because it's a power trip for me, but because she trusts me enough to use her however I want. Her trust is the only thing I'll ever ask of her. Your pussy looks so hot swallowing my cockhole. Oh, you're doing such a good job, Rabbit. Such a perfect slut for Daddy. My eyes shift from her wet cunt to her beautiful belly. I love your stomach, Isla. So sexy how you jiggle while I fuck you. I'm gonna love seeing it swell when I put a baby in you.
I'm so close. Just like that, Bryce. There. That's it. Oh!
Fuck, you're so tight. So fucking tight, baby. Come for me, baby. Come all over my cock. That's it. Fuck. I feel you gripping my dick, baby girl. Her legs tremble beneath my palms, and her arms, once taut, give way, no longer able to hold her weight. I stroke her clit, making her breath quicken, and watch as the most beautiful woman I've ever seen comes undone. That's it, baby. Be a good girl and come for Daddy. Show me how much you love getting fucked like this. That's it. Just like that. You're so beautiful when you come for me. Good fucking girl. My thrusts quicken as I lift her from the ground and press her against me. I fondle her breasts, pinching her nipples. My teeth graze her neck as I nip her delicate flesh. That's my girl, my pretty little slut. This pussy is mine, baby. I grip my teeth, wanting to prolong the sensation of my cock deep in her cunt. This cunt is mine. Fucking mine. That's it, baby. Pull that cum out of me. Gripping her waist, I pull her to me, holding her close and growling my orgasm into her ear. Take it. Just like that. Fuck. Yes, you're so perfect, Isla. So fucking perfect. Fuck. I'm gonna come. As I pump and spill into her, I realize I want more. Fuck. This pussy's made for me. I've never come that hard in my entire life.
That was the first time I've ever come.
A swell of pride inflates my chest, yet a prickle of annoyance stings the thought that no one has ever made her come. Once she regains her footing, I spin her around. I clamp my hand around her throat and slam her against the rough bark of the tree. Her fingers claw at my hands, nails biting into my flesh. A silent plea emanates from her wide eyes, her fear-laced gaze searching mine. You think I'm done with you? You think that was enough from me? Oh, Rabbit, I'm just getting started. My hand slips from her throat, and I fall to my knees before her. Wrap your legs around my neck. I force her legs apart and shove 2 fingers inside her pussy, now filled with my cum. Baby, I like my cum leaking out of your cunt. Now be a good girl and wrap those sexy legs around my neck before I spank this pretty pink pussy until it's swollen. Her thick thighs grip my neck, and I inhale her sweet cunt. Oh, that's a good girl.
Chapter 18. Isla. Why aren't I scared of him? It's strange. He's rough, even unkind, yet I don't feel the need to stop him, although I'm slightly nervous about falling, since his hands are the only things keeping me up. I'm too heavy.
You're perfect,
He mumbles into my pussy as he fingers his cum back inside.
I'm torn here, Rabbit. A part of me wants to keep my cum deep in your cunt, but another part wants to taste your sweet pussy and hear you scream as you cum on my tongue. What do you think I should do?
He pulls his finger out of me and looks up before brushing his fingertip over my lips like a gloss. Bryce, I'm serious. I weigh 210 pounds. You can't hold me up. I scream as he nips at my clit.
I tell you what to do, slut. Right now, you're gonna shut that pretty mouth while I tongue-fuck this cunt until you come for me.
I'm worried you can't support my weight.
I can bench over 400 pounds.
He chuckles into my pussy before his tongue thrusts deep inside me, and I forget all thoughts of my weight. He's the devil. His tongue is the portal to hell, and I'm the sinner who will gladly burn.
Push it out, baby. Push out all the cum.
His tongue lashes in delight at my clit as his fingers enter me. Here in the forest, I'm transported to a place where nothing but my pleasure matters. I grip his hair, pulling him further between my legs as my hips move in a hypnotic rhythm, desperate for relief. His facial scruff scrapes my inner thighs as he gently kisses me before latching onto my pussy. Oh, God, I moan. I'm convinced I'm in paradise. I've died, and this is my reward in heaven. But as my eyes open and I witness Paul's dead body, I crash back to earth. This man isn't holy. He isn't a saint. He's evil incarnate. Yet I don't care because he's the only man who's ever shown me that life is worth living. Pain shoots from my pussy through my body as Bryce roughly bites my clit. Not hard enough to do any harm, but enough for me to twist my legs and crush his head between my thighs. He doesn't move or try to stop me. His fingers press against my clit, and he pinches, intensifying the pain from his bite.
I'm your God, Rabbit. I'm your Lord and Savior, and like the biblical God, I can be benevolent or vengeful.
He continues his assault on my most sensitive flesh, taking my clit into his mouth and sucking hard before soothing the pain with gentle swirls of his tongue. Bryce, I call out as I continue to thrust my hips. I'm going to come. He chuckles as he pushes 2 fingers inside me and stimulates my G-spot. What are you doing? I gasp as another sensation builds, stronger than the orgasm he gave me earlier. Bryce, you need to stop.
Stop asking questions, Isla. I'm taking care of you, giving you what you need. Focus on the pleasure, baby girl.
His fingers quicken as his mouth latches onto my clit, and he sucks me deep.
That's it.
He mumbles into my pussy.
Give it to me. Every single drop.
Sensation overwhelms me, and I explode, drenching his face and chest. Was that? I squirted? Bryce gently lowers my legs to the ground before rising to his feet. His eyes lock with mine, and he chuckles.
You did.
I don't have time to say anything else, because his lips crash into mine. His tongue slips our combined cum into my mouth and dances with mine as we pass it back and forth, savoring our union. He cups my face with one hand as the other tangles in my hair, deepening the kiss. It tastes of passion, desire, despair, and hope. I want it to last for eternity. He breaks the kiss and pulls away, still cradling my head.
You okay? Are you doing all right?
I nod and offer him a small smile, suddenly feeling a little shy. His lips turn up, and he places a chaste kiss on my forehead.
Let's get back to the house and clean you up.
Bryce gathers my sore body into his arms and cradles me close to his chest. His arms are my shelter from the storm, my haven from all the atrocities I've been subjected to. I place my hand against his heart, and peace washes over me as I feel its steady beat. This man, with all his demons, may be the purest person I've ever known. Yet even in post-orgasmic bliss and the shelter of his arms, I know it can't last.
Chapter 19. Bryce. A wave of guilt washes over me as I notice the fresh scrapes and bruises blooming on Isla's skin. Our first time was probably too intense, but this girl completely consumes me. Being around her makes me crave her so intensely that all I want to do is lose myself in her. It's messed up because I've always had a pretty good handle on my impulses with other women. With one arm, I hold her close while I run the shower, carefully shielding her from the spray until the water reaches the perfect temperature. Once the water is ready, I grab the soap, pour a small amount into my hand, and massage it into her scalp.
You don't have to do this. I can clean up on my own.
I enjoy doing this. I enjoy taking care of you. My chest constricts as she moans and leans against my frame. Fucking her was wonderful, but the trust she places in me that allows her to relax so completely is transcendent. The dominant part of me revels in this act of servitude as it allows me to fully embrace the role of her protector and provider. The cool water trickles over her minor scrapes as I gently wash the rough bark from her skin, a reminder of the earth-shattering orgasms we shared. I should have been more careful. I didn't realize I was so rough. My apologies. Isla turns and flings her arms around me, pressing her large breasts against my chest.
I'm not complaining.
Brushing her hair behind her ear, I kiss the top of her head. I say nothing, trailing kisses over her body and placing my lips on every cut and bruise I gave her and those inflicted by others.
What are you doing, Bryce?
Exchanging the pain for love. Isla trembles as a tortured sound escapes her lips, and she crumbles to the floor. I gather her in my arms and hold her close, showing her that I have her no matter what. The water cascades over our heads, trickling down our bodies in rivulets as Isla sobs in my arms.
I've never been cared for. Growing up, people tried, but ultimately failed. The first time I felt good was in the forest with you. You weren't sweet, you weren't gentle, but you were safe. For someone like me, safety is priceless.
Isla looks up at me, a smile forming through the tears.
Thank you.
I cradle her face and peer into her eyes before bringing my lips to hers. Isla doesn't hesitate. She wraps her arms around me and kisses me back enthusiastically. This kiss differs from others. It's not fueled with lust and desire, even though both are present. This kiss is a promise of tomorrow
a seal of devotion, a declaration of something more, something pure. This kiss is driven by hope. This kiss feels like love. As the notion of love runs through my mind, my body and heart confirm its validity. In a brief span of time, this woman, my beautiful Isla, has cracked my bitter heart and wormed her way in. She lifts her hips, and I position her on my cock, moaning as she slides down my length. "What are you doing?" I whisper against her lips.
I need you, Bryce.
I watch in fascination as Isla shuts her eyes and bounces on my dick. "You're so fucking beautiful, Isla. That's it, baby. Ride my cock until you come all over it." Her head falls onto my shoulder, and her nails dig into my flesh. Our hips play a tug of war as we increase our rhythm in unison, racing to our climax. "Such a good girl, Rabbit. Bounce on this cock like the good little slut you want to be. Milk my cock and fill your womb full of cum." I rub her clit as she continues to work my cock like a magician. "Fuck, you're so perfect. My beautiful girl." Her head falls back, and her pussy tightens around my cock as she screams her bliss.
Bryce! Oh, Bryce!
"That's it, baby. Let me hear you scream." I grip her hips as I guide her up and down, the rhythmic slap of our flesh filling the air as she rides me, her breath catching in ragged gasps as her orgasm takes hold of her body. "I'm gonna fuck this tight cunt until I get my fill," I growl, the scent of her arousal thick in my nostrils. "Morning, noon, and night. Gonna fill my pussy. I'll even fuck you in your sleep until I put a baby in you. I'm gonna breed you, Rabbit. Hold your tits for me." Isla grasps her breasts, presenting them to me. I lean in and pull one taut nipple into my mouth, sucking her between my teeth. She screams as I bite her nipple, breaking the skin. As her blood fills my mouth, my cum fills her womb. We sit in the shower holding each other, coming down from the high of our orgasms, content and satiated. "Ready to get out?" She nods, and I tug her to her feet. Holding her against me, I turn off the shower. I wrap her in my robe, grab a towel for myself, and lead her to the bedroom. Her smile is so bright that it illuminates the room.
Black sheets? Guess I get it now.
"Do you?" She opens the robe and points to her red, swollen nipple with a slight tear around the skin.
I do.
I rub the back of my neck, proud and regretful about the mark I've left on her flesh. "Which is why you have a safe word. I don't know where it came from, but I like to fuck hard and draw blood." I point to the tent and the towel around my waist. "Just looking at you with my marks on your body makes my cock hard." Isla smirks.
I like it.
She turns and stares at the boxes on the bed.
What are all those?
"I got you some supplies. Clothes, makeup, necessities. If anything is missing, let me know and I'll take care of it."
Chapter 20. Isla. I caress the clothes and look at Bryce. It feels like Christmas. When I was young, I always wanted a room full of presents like the children on TV. The one time I asked my dad if we could have presents under the tree, he smacked me across the face and told me if I ever mentioned it again, he'd beat me until I couldn't walk. I never asked for anything after that. Bryce clenches his fists at his sides, and a muscle ticks in his jaw.
If he were still alive, I'd take great pleasure in fixing that problem.
I place a hand on his cheek and smile. He died a long time ago. I don't have any family left. Suppose that's why Paul felt like he could do what he wanted. No one to care about me.
I care about you, Isla.
You say that now, but you barely know me. To you, I'm a shiny new toy. Eventually, you'll tire of me.
Is that what you think?
Bryce whispers. I stare into his eyes, haunted and full of sorrow. He seems sad. Instantly, I regret whatever I said to put that look on his face and want to take back every word. Bryce, that's not what I meant. I feel like this, you and me, is moving so fast.
Then we can move slowly. I don't expect you to take me at my word. I want you to see my actions. Hard work doesn't scare me. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. I'll fight for you, Isla. For us. I'll wait forever for you.
I'm sorry. Bryce smiles as he pushes my wet hair off my face.
There's nothing to be sorry for, sweetheart. I'm the one who should apologize to you. I wanted you so badly that I didn't think about how all this is affecting you. But I'll fix that.
How are you going to fix something so obviously broken? He smiles and points to the dresser.
That was my mother's. It was her mother's before and her grandmother's before that. When I was younger, my father took an axe to it. He didn't destroy it, but he damaged it badly. We didn't have any money to get it restored, so I went to the library, got some books, and a year later I made it new.
He laughs as he waves his hand around the room.
Gave me a lifelong love of carpentry. I made every single piece in this cabin, including the bed you're sitting on.
I take in all the furniture in the room. You're talented.
Thank you. But I didn't tell you for you to praise me, even though it's appreciated. I just want you to know that I don't give up easily, and I'm not scared of hard work. But you'll have to do your part, too.
What do you mean?
Therapy. I think you should talk to someone. If you need space, I can get you an apartment. You don't have to stay with me.
No, I want to stay with you. I feel safe with you. Control is the problem. I'm scared that if I bend to you, I'll lose control again. You're nothing like Paul, but I haven't always made the best decisions. I'm also terrified about how calm I am after witnessing you kill him. It bothers me. Bryce holds up his hand.
That I can't change. I am who I am, Isla. Though I've left the business, I'll protect my loved ones at any cost. If you can't live with that, you can't be with me.
That's the thing. What bothers me isn't that you killed him. It's that I'm okay with it. What does that say about me?
It says you're a survivor. Sometimes the system doesn't help us, and we need to help ourselves. It says that you're okay with justice.
The bed shifts as Bryce stands.
Now, why don't we get some sleep? Everything will still be here in the morning. Chapter 21. Bryce. A month has passed since that night in the forest. The memory of the damp earth beneath my knees, the metallic tang of blood in the air as I silenced my son to save her. Not a day has gone by that I've regretted that decision. Having Isla in my home has brought a warmth I've never known. Happiness was just a word, a concept as distant as the far-off galaxies, until her laughter echoed in my home. Now, I know what joy is. It's Isla, with her dark, silky hair and her beautiful curves, the girl who smells like lilacs and feels like home.
Thank you so much, Dr. Walker. I'll see you next week.
I linger by the bedroom door as Isla bids farewell to her therapist. For a month now, twice a week, she's been seeing Dr. Mitchell Walker. The change is palpable. Isla, once a wilting flower, now stands taller, more confident. Her words, though still measured, carry a newfound strength, and control emanates from her. She doesn't spook so easily, and she's much more comfortable around me. How did it go? She smiles as she saunters toward me, her hips swaying in that way that makes me want to bend her over the sofa and fuck the living daylights out of her.
It went well.
She throws her arms around me.
I need to wear 8-inch heels. Even on my tiptoes, I can't reach to kiss you.
I bend and kiss her gently on the lips. There. Is that better? She giggles.
Much.
She laughs more, each day more than the last. I love her laughter. You hungry?
I'm starved. What you making?
I kiss the tip of her nose. I thought I'd leave that up to you, and I'll clean up.
Really?
She asks, astonished.
You never let me cook.
That was when you were healing. I wink at her. Now, you're healed.
So, does that mean we can have sex now, too?
We have sex,
No.
Isla whispers. Her hands tremble as she tucks her hair behind her ears.
I mean, like we did the first time. We haven't had sex like that.
I lean in and claim her lips with mine. Is that what you want, Isla? To have rough sex?
Yes, Bryce, I do. I need you to stop treating me like a fragile doll. I need my power back.
All right, baby. Let's eat. You take a relaxing shower, and then I'll give you exactly what you want.
Chapter 22. Isla. Bryce hands me a large black box. I frown. What's this?
Open it and find out.
Peeling back the ribbon, I slide the box open and gasp. Between the black velvet fabric lies a leather garment with 2 flesh-toned phallic objects. What exactly am I supposed to do with this? Bryce laughs as he pushes the robe off my shoulders, so it pools at my feet. He caresses my skin, his fingers leaving an invisible flame in their wake, before he pulls the contraption from the box. He falls to his knees as he holds the smaller penis.
This,
He says as he rubs it against my entrance before inserting it.
goes inside you.
Once done, he pulls up the leather straps and tightens them around my waist. The larger penis is now directly aligned with his face.
And this is for me.
I swallow the lump in my throat and say in a shaky voice, "You want me to,
I want you to be in control, to understand that even though I take the lead, it doesn't mean you're powerless. I also want you to have a release. When I was growing up, I knew a girl who was abused in horrendous ways. I was surprised that she survived. When I asked her what helped, she said she was the one on top during sex. It made sense because it's the same reason that I like control. I don't feel so helpless. I want you to have the same feeling, to have control and power and to grasp that you're always safe no matter what, protected by me.
My hand glides up and down the silicone. I'm hesitant about what to do, unsure if he'll be okay with everything. As if sensing my apprehension, Bryce smiles and says,
I have a safe word. Anything goes so long as I don't say it. Once I do, you stop immediately, okay?
I nod. What is it? He smirks.
Pickle.
I burst out laughing at his choice of word. I realize that even though Bryce is broody and dangerous, he also has a lighter side. He places his hand on top of mine, and we rub the dildo together. Seeing this man on his knees, giving me all the power, is incredibly erotic. I'm soaked at the idea of dominating him, of giving him pleasure and controlling his body. I peel his fingers from my hand and walk backward toward the bed. He starts to rise, but I stop him. No one said you could move. Back on your knees. Bryce smirks and does what he's told.
Yes, ma'am.
Not ma'am. Call me Mommy. I sit on the bed, opening my legs. My hand moves up and down the shaft, and my eyes connect with Bryce's. I feel brazen and naughty. I'm shocked that I'm enjoying this as much as I am. The short time in therapy has done wonders because a month ago, I wouldn't dare order Bryce to call me Mommy. You want to suck on this dick, don't you? Bryce's nostrils flare, which only encourages my boldness. Is your mouth watering at the idea of sucking my big fat cock? You want to choke on it like a good boy, don't you?
Fuck.
He mutters as he rubs his hand over his engorged cock through the towel. You're being a bad boy. Mommy never said you could touch your dick. I should send you to bed without dessert. Bryce drops his hand, and his eyes narrow.
You're too good at this.
I want to laugh, so I bite my lip to stay in control. He's right. I'm too good at this. But he doesn't know that I'm basically copying him. Perhaps the student has surpassed the master. My hand quickens on the dildo. My pussy is so wet. Bet you wish it were your cock inside of me instead of the dildo, don't you? If you're a good boy and do as you're told, maybe I'll let you lick my pussy. You want that, don't you, pup? To have your tongue buried deep in mommy's pussy?
Yes.
Bryce growls through gritted teeth. His control is fraying. The surge of power that flows through me is intoxicating. Beg me, pup. Beg me to suck my cock like a good little whore. The words that fly from my mouth shock me so badly that regret floods me. Bryce cocks an eyebrow and glares at me. For a moment, I wonder if I went too far. Panic takes root, but it's quickly extinguished with his next words.
Please let me suck on your cock. I've been a bad boy and need mommy to punish me by making me choke on her big fat dick.
Be a good little slut and crawl to me. I spread my legs and watch as Bryce gets on his hands and knees. His movements are slow and deliberate. First one hand, then his knee, followed by his other hand. The scene before me is torturously exhilarating. He stops at the foot of the bed, his face parallel with the enormous dildo fastened between my legs. I slide my fingers into his salt and pepper hair and tug his head back, forcing him to look up. You're my little bitch now. I watch in wonder as I slap his face with the silicone. Open your mouth and say, "Ah, pup, I'm going to stuff you full."
Chapter 23. Bryce.
Holy fucking shit.
Never in a million years would I let a woman talk to me like this in the bedroom. But god damn, I'd be a liar if I didn't think Isla looked hot as fuck right now. I'm unsure if it's the submission that gets me going. It's good not to take the lead for once, or that my meek girl has become a damn queen. I'm proud to know I've assured her that she's safe with me. She finally knows I won't harm her, and that's worth its weight in gold. My lips part as I follow her orders, and she slowly glides the silicone into my mouth. At first, she thrusts slowly, but it doesn't take long for her to quicken her pace.
You're such a good cocksucker, pup. That's it, baby. Get this cock nice and wet so I can shove it in your ass. You'll like that, won't you, baby? Mommy fucking you in your tight little ass. Look how hard your big dick is at the idea.
Pup. She called me Pup. Anyone else who called me that would be lying dead on the floor, but it's adorable when she says it. The nickname makes zero sense for my beast-like appearance and personality, but I enjoy it because it's only for her. I'll be whatever she needs. She moans as she pulls and pushes the dildo in and out of my mouth, gaining pleasure from the silicone I plunge inside her pussy every time I gag. I pull my mouth off the fake cock. Is it hitting your G-spot? She grabs my head, taking me by surprise as she forcefully fucks my mouth with the dildo.
I'm not done with your mouth yet.
I'm shocked that she's face-fucking me so forcefully. The dildo hits the back of my throat and saliva pools in my mouth as my eyes water. Seems my little rabbit likes to be in control. Isla stares into my eyes, her gaze unwavering. Her allure is so strong, it wouldn't surprise me if I'm caught under a spell. She pulls me off and tilts my head back.
I'm sorry. Did you want some?
I open my mouth to speak, and Isla leans forward. I'm prepared for her to kiss me, but she spits directly into my mouth.
You looked a little thirsty.
I smile as I swallow. Be careful, Rabbit. You don't want to poke a lion too much because you never know when he'll bite. My head whips back as she strikes me violently with her fake cock.
You have a smart little mouth. Does Mommy need to punish you?
Fuck. Typically, I'd be very upset if someone struck me, but my cock leaks with pre-cum, and all I want to do is fuck Isla or be fucked by her. You hit me. Isla steps back and shakes her head.
Oh my God, Bryce. I didn't mean to. Are you okay?
Fuck. I was trying to be playful, but apparently that was the wrong move. I was playing along, sweetheart. I have a safe word, remember? If I don't say it, do what you want. I'll be okay.
Are you sure?
Isla asks hesitantly. Yes, Isla. For me, it's another way of taking care of you. This was my idea, remember? I remain on my knees and stare up at her, overtaken with emotion. Nothing you do will make me turn away from you. Nothing you do will make me hurt you. As long as you're with me, I'll always worship at your altar. I swear to protect you, to love you, to sacrifice for you. Everything I have is yours, and everything I am or will be is for your happiness. Isla places her hand on my cheek and smiles.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, I'm sure. I also think this is hot as fuck. I grab the silicone dick and jerk it. So, are you gonna make me suck on this all day, or put it to better use? Isla's lips turn up into a smile as her hands circle my throat in a delicate pressure that quickly becomes possessive as she squeezes.
You talk too much, pup. Get on the bed on all fours, like the little bitch you are.
I don't know what part of my body I want to pay attention to. My throbbing dick or my proud heart. It's as sexy as hell seeing her embrace her power. And I feel fucking good to have given her this. We both know I could overpower her effortlessly. But she knows I won't. She finally knows I won't hurt her. Unless she asks me to. I rise to get on the bed, presenting her with my ass and the plug lodged inside. There's lube on the dresser. Isla doesn't speak as she gets on the bed behind me. She spreads my ass, and the tip of her index finger circles the end of the butt plug.
You think about everything, don't you?
I've been wearing it for a few hours. I figured I'd make it easier for you. I assumed you didn't know much about anal prep.
What a good boy.
Cold liquid falls down my lower back, and she works the lube between my ass cheeks and over my asshole.
You ready for Mommy to fuck you, pup? To own this ass? Make you my bitch?
Isla slowly pulls the plug from my ass, pushing the lube inside with one finger, working me over. That's it, Isla. You're doing a good job. Finger my ass. Yes, baby, just like that. My body jolts from the sting of her palm on my ass.
You're not the one in charge here, pup. Watch your mouth, or I'll have to shove a cock down your throat to keep you quiet.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my good boy.
Her finger works its way in deeper, and I moan at the sensation. That's it, sweetheart. Nice and slow. She inserts a second finger while wrapping her other hand around my cock, offering me some much-needed relief. Fuck, Isla.
Ready to be fucked like a good bitch?
Yes, baby. Fuck my ass. Isla removes her fingers, places the tip of the silicone dick against my ass, and slowly pushes in. Fuck, I moan, pressing my ass back. Fuck my ass, baby. More. Give me more. Her fingers, sharp and insistent, tangle in my hair, pulling my head back as she slams into me. A guttural growl escapes her lips, a stark contrast to the soft moans she usually gives me. She's possessed, liberated, and without inhibitions.
Such a good boy.
She rasps, her voice thick with lust.
Taking my cock so well. Look at this slut ass swallowing this dick whole.
Her words are wanton and wild. I find myself desperate to hear more. I long to hear every single filthy thing she wants to do to me. Fuck, Isla, I say through gritted teeth. You've got a dirty fucking mouth. She abandons my dick and smacks my ass like I smacked hers that night a month ago in the forest.
Does my little boy like having his ass fucked? You like being my little slut?
I'm so close to coming that I'll say and do anything she wants as long as I can blow my damn load. Yes. Fuck my ass, Isla. Give it to me, baby. Please don't stop. Isla fucking my ass has me on the edge with the need to come. Frustration racks me. As I move my hand to grab my cock, she slaps it away.
Did I tell you to touch my cock, greedy boy?
Isla pulls out of me, leaving me breathless. Fuck, Isla. I want to come. Another slap on my ass.
You don't have control here, pup. Mommy does.
What do I have to do? Just tell me.
Beg me like the pathetic butt slut you are.
Fuck, she's good at this. Please, I need to come. Badly. Please, Isla. Fuck my ass. I'm your pathetic little bitch, and I need you to stuff my ass and make me come. Please.
I think you can do better than that.
The bed shifts, and Isla stands in front of me.
Guess you don't want it badly enough.
I'll do anything you want. Please, Isla. Please, Mommy. I'll be such a good boy for you. I'll crawl and choke on your cock until I have tears in my eyes. I'll let you spit on me and spank my ass until it's sore and swollen. I'll do whatever you want. Please let me come. I promise I'll be so good. Please. Isla smiles. She moves behind me again and thrusts into me, fucking me wildly.
Jerk your cock. Fuck yourself while I take this tight ass. I want to see your hand covered in white-hot cum.
Our combined moans echo in the room as I stroke my dick. My hand moves up and down, matching her rhythm as she thrusts into my ass. Fuck me, right there. Holy fucking shit. Yes, fuck my ass. Make me your little bitch and show me who owns me. It feels so good. So fucking good. I'm so close. Fuck.
Chapter 24. Isla. A jolt of power, like a live wire, courses beneath my skin. Never in a million years would I have believed myself capable of taking over, especially with a man as dominant as Bryce. His solid presence and the low timbre of his voice have always been a force. But he makes me feel so secure that this feels natural and, if I'm honest, fun. He's given me a gift. This act has torn the door of my prison right off its hinges, a gift I'll treasure for the rest of my life. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined I'd be on my knees, fucking Bryce's ass, a man who loves me so fiercely that he would destroy the world to protect me. He's given me more than he'll ever know. The end of the strap-on inside me hits my G-spot, and the vibrations make me wild with passion. Every time I thrust into Bryce, I'm rewarded with the sensation.
I'm gonna come.
Bryce growls. That's it, baby boy. Come for me. I speed up my thrusts until I'm on the brink with him. My eyes shut. My body explodes as Bryce grunts, and we tumble into oblivion together.
Jesus.
Bryce pants.
That was something else. Who knew being fucked in the ass would be so damn mind-blowing?
I pull out and watch him on his knees, hot ropes of cum coating his hand. Turn around, pup. Bryce falls onto his back and lifts his hand to my mouth. I lick a straight line along his finger, savoring his salty flavor. Gripping his wrist, I turn his palm to face him. Tastes good. Clean it up for me. The tip of Bryce's tongue trails sensually over his palm. Watching him lick his cum from his hand makes me feral. Tell me how good it is. Tell me how you're my little cum-eating whore.
I'm whatever you want me to be. And right now, I'm your little cum-eating whore.
Thank you, Bryce. His hands frame my face, and he pulls me forward. Our mouths clash, and our passion for each other burns brightly. Bryce glides his hand down my body, releasing the buckles of the strap-on and letting it crash to the floor beside the bed. His powerful hands grip my waist, and he flips us over so he's on top, peering down at me.
I want to fuck you every second of every day.
Well, what's stopping you? He gets off me and paces the room. He looks so distraught. I don't like seeing him this way. He turns to me with a sad laugh.
I'm a fucking hypocrite. I put you in therapy and never attempted to fix my fucked up brain.
Bryce, you're scaring me.
When I was younger, I belonged to a gang. I knew a guy whose sister was raped, and you know what his parents did?
I shake my head. Bryce sits on the bed, his elbows on his knees, eyes cast down.
They killed her. Fucked up, isn't it? She was raped, and instead of helping her, they killed her because she dishonored them.
He turns to look at me, his eyes haunted.
The fucked up part is that the girl's family apologized to the rapist and his family. Their daughter was violated, and they sided with the rapist. If they wanted to do something about her honor, they should have slit the motherfucking rapist's throat. Paul made his choice, and I made mine. It was about honor. By hurting you, he became what I detested most in this world. No man has a right to put his hands on a woman unless it's to make her come repeatedly, per her request.
Bryce turns and grips my head, bringing me toward him. His forehead touches mine, and he whispers,
Can you forgive me?
Forgive you? For what?
For letting you see the darkness within me.
My heart aches for him, for the sadness in his life, and for the devastation of my existence. I crawl into his lap and wrap my arms around his neck. We are multi-layered, Bryce. Your darkness doesn't define you, but for me to love you, I need to comprehend its capabilities. You can't truly love without knowing all the dark corners. You may have done some bad things, but you are not an evil man. Trust me, I've seen evil men. He pushes my hair behind my ear and smiles.
You might change your mind based on what I tell you next.
I doubt it.
I want to fuck you when you're asleep and don't know about it. I'm a fucking would-be rapist. I have an urge to assault you in your sleep. I'm no better than Paul or that rapist or even my dad. I'm a fucked up son of a bitch, and you should run from me.
I frame his face with my hands. Okay, but you never acted on it?
I didn't act on it, but I wanted to do it. I want to fuck you while you're sleeping.
I'm not opposed to it. I trust you. Bryce gapes at me.
What?
It's not rape if I consent to it. You have a somnophilia kink. I think that's what it's called. I remember reading it in a book. Anyway, if you have that kink, I consent. Let's do it. I only have one question. How do I stay asleep? I'm a light sleeper. Trauma and all that. Holding me with one arm, Bryce leans over and opens his nightstand drawer, pulling out a pill bottle and shaking the contents. What's that?
Sleeping pills. I have bad insomnia. Chapter 25. Bryce. I give Isla half a sleeping pill. She doesn't bat an eye and takes it with a glass of water. I don't want her groggy in the morning when I'll be hard and ready for more on my sweet girl. I explore every inch of her while she sleeps. I gaze at her pussy, her legs spread wide as my fingers pull at her swollen lips. I inhale her distinct scent, and I'm hooked like a junkie after his first hit. I roll the tip of my tongue up and down her center, coating it with her essence. My teeth graze her clit, and I suck it into my mouth before biting gently. My cock is rock hard at the idea of slapping her pussy until it turns red. The vision is crystal clear in my mind. Isla bare before me, writhing in pleasurable pain and begging for more. Once I'm satisfied that she's wet, I line up my cock and penetrate her warm cunt. Fuck, Isla. What have you done to me? Pulling her legs over her shoulders, I watch my cock disappear inside her. The sound of her wet cunt is like an orchestra while she sleeps like an angel sent from heaven. I turn my face to my phone resting on the nightstand. That's it, baby. Take Daddy's cock like a good girl. I grab her nipples and tug so hard that her torso lifts off the bed. I'm so deep, slut. Daddy's touching your womb. I'm gonna fill you with so much cum, baby. If you're an extra good girl, I'll let you have a shot for breakfast. Not so much your pup now, am I? Maybe I'll make you sit by my feet like a little bitch and lick cum off my boot. I abandon her nipples and knead her tit. It's so large that I can't fit it all in my hand. I fucking love her massive tits. Fuck, your body is so perfect, so fucking sexy. Every damn inch of you. My other hand roams her body until I reach her gorgeous cunt and rub her clit. She moans, but remains asleep.
Bryce.
She purrs. Shh, baby. It's all right. It's just Daddy breeding you. I grip her throat, holding her still as I ram my cock deep inside her. I'm gonna split this sweet pussy apart, baby. You'll feel Daddy in your pussy for days. I want you so sore that you can't walk. I want my cum dripping out of your cunt. The savage movement of my hips as I thrust into her tips me over the edge. I rub her clit in circles as I rotate my hips, hitting her G-spot and growling as I fill her womb with my seed. I pull out slowly and lower her legs onto the bed, moving down her body to watch my cum slowly drip out of her perfect pink pussy. You look so sexy with my cum in your pussy. My mouth waters at the thought of licking her clean. Instead, I push my cum back in. Don't spill a drop, rabbit. I kiss the top of her pussy and move up her body, cradling her in my arms. My cock twitches. I reach down and line it up against her well-fucked cunt. My lips graze her hair, and I place a kiss on her forehead. That was amazing. I nod toward my phone on the table. I recorded it if you want to watch.
You think I can do that to you?
Isla asks sleepily. A laugh bursts out of me. Baby, you can do anything you want to me. Epilogue. 3 years later. Bryce. My office door opens. I gaze up, and a vision stands before me. I hold up my finger to her as I try to concentrate on my phone call, to no avail. I understand that, but I pay you a large sum of money, and I expect it done. Isla smiles as she saunters toward me and sits on the edge of my desk. She opens her legs. No panties. I swallow audibly, worried that my voice might crack. I desperately try to concentrate on my important business call as I get a view of my girl fucking her pussy. Placing the phone between my ear and shoulder, I grab her by the hips and pull her right to the edge of the desk, gesturing for her to spread her legs wider. I open my desk drawer, pull out a Cuban cigar, and light it. I take a puff and blow the smoke over her cunt as I undo my pants and unleash my cock. I don't care, Mikey. He fucked us and he needs to pay. If you can't do what I need done, I'll have to take my business elsewhere. Removing the cigar from my mouth, I slide the tip into her cunt and fuck her a few times. Her eyes widen as I abandon it and pinch her clit. Her head falls back, and I laugh, forgetting I'm talking to an associate on the other line.
Yes, Mikey, I'm still here. I'm multitasking. Something hot has soaked my desk and it's distracting. I pull the cigar out of her pussy, place it back in my mouth, and take a puff. Isla jumps off my desk and kneels before me. Her hand fists my dick as she closes her mouth around the tip and sucks. A faint smile pulls at her lips. She knows I'm losing control as she swallows more until I hit the back of her throat. I gotta go, Mikey. I don't wait for him to answer before ending the call and tossing my phone on the desk. That's it, baby. Suck on Daddy's cock like a lollipop. I wrap my hands in Isla's hair and use it to push and pull her mouth on my dick. Pull down your dress. I want to see those tits jiggle while I throat fuck my whore. Isla tugs her dress down, spilling her large breasts to my hungry eyes. Fucking beautiful. Pinch your nipples. Daddy likes you in pain. I grip her head and she grabs her nipples. As she tugs, I hold her still and slam my cock down her throat. She gags, but it only encourages me to be rougher. In the last 3 years, I've discovered that my girl likes it rough, rougher than the first time we fucked. 6 months ago, she asked me to fuck her while she pretended she didn't want me to. She wanted it rough, and she wanted me to mark her. You need to breathe, slut? She nods, but continues to pinch her nipples. I pull her back, the saliva trails down her chin, falling onto her tits. I move my hand to my belt buckle, tugging it free. Hold your tits up. I pump my cock into her mouth as she lifts her breasts and presents them to me. Such a good girl. Spit on them. She pulls off my cock and spits on her nipples. Stay put. I wrap the belt around her neck and fasten the buckle, making a makeshift leash. Tugging the belt, I yank her up by her neck. Once she's facing me, I hold the belt with one hand and pull her hair with the other to turn her around. Isla moans as I slam her down on the desk. She makes choking noises as I pull on the belt and line up my cock with her ass. Did you follow the directions I left?
Yes, Daddy.
She pants, her voice restricted by the belt. Spread your ass. Her pretty red nails pull her ass cheeks apart, and I smile when her butt plug comes into view. My hand goes into my pants pocket, and she jumps when the butt plug vibrates.
Please, Daddy.
What do you need, baby?
Please fuck me like a whore. Spit on me. Fuck all my holes. Mark me with your teeth.
I tease her pussy with my dick. You want to be used by Daddy, do you?
Yes, Daddy.
My cock slides into her wet pussy. You're soaked. Have you been playing with my cunt without my permission? She hesitates, and I slap her ass.
Yes, Daddy. I just missed you so much.
I step back and yank the belt, forcing her up. On your back. Daddy now has to punish you. She juts her lip out.
Please, Daddy. I promise to be a good girl for you.
Fuck. She's getting good at role-playing. I push her back, and she spreads her legs. Her hands glide down her body until they reach her cunt. She pulls her lips apart, anticipating what's about to happen. Recently, we've discovered that she likes her pussy slapped, belted, and whipped. Sometimes she gets so worked up that she comes on the spot. I have to admit that it gets me going too. Isla moans as I bring the belt down and slap her with it. You moaning, Rabbit? This is a punishment, not a reward. I spit on her face. You pathetic slut. You're such a cock-hungry whore that you're confusing punishment with pleasure. I think Daddy's gonna have to make you bleed, baby girl. Teach you a lesson. The snap of the belt slapping her wet pussy reverberates in the room. Isla lifts her ass and I do it again.
I've been so bad, Daddy. I came twice. You told me not to touch your pussy, and I didn't listen.
I whack her cunt again, and this time she screams. You filthy little girl. You didn't wait for Daddy. Now I'm gonna turn this clit red before I force a thick, creamy load into your pretty pussy.
Yes, Daddy. Please put your cock in me. I feel so empty.
I hold onto the belt and propel her forward so she can watch us join. You see your greedy pussy, rabbit? Watch how we are together, baby. How perfectly we fit. Don't squirm, sweetheart. You're my breeding bitch now. She looks beautiful with her tits out, mascara running down her face, and my belt around her neck. You look good getting fucked. I reach for my phone. Now smile for the camera. I snap a picture. I drop the phone and pull her up so she can see my cock entering her soaking cunt. Oh, look at you getting used. Do you think you're ready for more? She smiles and grabs my throat as I fuck her.
I don't know, Daddy. Are you ready for more?
Be careful, sweetheart. You don't want me to hurt you. Her breathing grows heavy.
I don't care if it hurts. I just want it. I want you to fill me with your cum.
My thrusts quicken, and I pound into her. Fuck, Isla, you dirty little slut.
Bryce, I'm coming!
She screams as I pump her full of my cum. I smile as I pull out of her. I want you to walk around all day with my cum dripping down your legs.
Bryce, you can't be serious. I have classes this afternoon.
Good. Those frat guys will know you're taken. She smiles and shakes her head, raising her hand.
You're insane. I already let you put a ring on it.
I shrug. We already know that. I remove the belt from around her neck and grab her hand, bringing my lips to the 5-carat diamond ring on her ring finger. You're so perfect. I'm still shocked you're mine. She throws her arms around my neck.
I love you.
Not as much as I love you, Isla. You're my everything. We hope you enjoyed listening to Your Daddy Does It Better, written by Mila Crawford, performed in duet.
The role of Isla is performed by Heather Firth.
The role of Bryce and Paul is performed by James Cassidy. Produced by Jin Hannon at Pinup Audio. Text copyright 2025 by Mila Crawford. Production copyright 2025 by Mila Crawford. All rights reserved.
Turns and grips my head, bringing me toward him. His forehead touches mine, and he whispers,
Can you forgive me?
Forgive you? For what?
For letting you see the darkness within me.
My heart aches for him, for the sadness in his life, and for the devastation of my existence. I crawl into his lap and wrap my arms around his neck. We are multi-layered, Bryce. Your darkness doesn't define you. But for me to love you, I need to comprehend its capabilities. You can't truly love without knowing all the dark corners. You may have done some bad things, but you are not an evil man. Trust me, I've seen evil men. He pushes my hair behind my ear and smiles.
You might change your mind based on what I tell you next.
I doubt it.
I want to fuck you when you're asleep and don't know about it. I'm a fucking would-be rapist. I have an urge to assault you in your sleep. I'm no better than Paul or that rapist or even my dad. I'm a fucked up son of a bitch and you should run from me.
I frame his face with my hands. Okay, but you never acted on it.
I didn't act on it, but I wanted to do it. I want to fuck you while you're sleeping.
I'm not opposed to it. I trust you. Bryce gapes at me.
What?
It's not rape if I consent to it. You have a somnophilia kink. I think that's what it's called. I remember reading it in a book. Anyway, if you have that kink, I consent. Let's do it. I only have one question. How do I stay asleep? I'm a light sleeper. Trauma and all that. Holding me with one arm, Bryce leans over and opens his nightstand drawer, pulling out a pill bottle and shaking the contents. What's that?
Sleeping pills. I have bad insomnia.
Chapter 25. Bryce. I give Isla half a sleeping pill. She doesn't bat an eye and takes it with a glass of water. I don't want her groggy in the morning when I'll be hard and ready for more on my sweet girl. I explore every inch of her while she sleeps. I gaze at her pussy, her legs spread wide as my fingers pull at her swollen lips. I inhale her distinct scent, and I'm hooked like a junkie after his first hit. I roll the tip of my tongue up and down her center, coating it with her essence. My teeth graze her clit, and I suck it into my mouth before biting gently. My cock is rock hard at the idea of slapping her pussy until it turns red. The vision is crystal clear in my mind. Isla bare before me, writhing in pleasurable pain and begging for more. Once I'm satisfied that she's wet, I line up my cock and penetrate her warm cunt. Fuck, Isla. What have you done to me? Pulling her legs over her shoulders, I watch my cock disappear inside her. The sound of her wet cunt is like an orchestra while she sleeps like an angel sent from heaven. I turn my face to my phone resting on the nightstand. That's it, baby. Take Daddy's cock like a good girl. I grab her nipples and tug so hard that her torso lifts off the bed. I'm so deep, slut. Daddy's touching your womb. I'm gonna fill you with so much cum, baby. If you're an extra good girl, I'll let you have a shot for breakfast. Not so much your pup now, am I? Maybe I'll make you sit by my feet like a little bitch and lick cum off my boot. I abandon her nipples and knead her tit. It's so large that I can't fit it all in my hand. I fucking love her massive tits. Fuck, your body is so perfect, so fucking sexy, every damn inch of you. My other hand roams her body until I reach her gorgeous cunt and rub her clit. She moans, but remains asleep.
Bryce.
She purrs. Shh, baby. It's all right. It's just Daddy breeding you. I grip her throat, holding her still as I ram my cock deep inside her. I'm gonna split this sweet pussy apart, baby. You'll feel Daddy in your pussy for days. I want you so sore that you can't walk. I want my cum dripping out of your cunt. The savage movement of my hips as I thrust into her tips me over the edge. I rub her clit in circles as I rotate my hips, hitting her G-spot and growling as I fill her womb with my seed. I pull out slowly and lower her legs onto the bed, moving down her body to watch my cum slowly drip out of her perfect pink pussy. You look so sexy with my cum in your pussy. My mouth waters at the thought of licking her clean. Instead, I push my cum back in. Don't spill a drop, rabbit. I kiss the top of her pussy and move up her body, cradling her in my arms. My cock twitches. I reach down and line it up against her well-fucked cunt. My lips graze her hair, and I place a kiss on her forehead. That was amazing. I nod toward my phone on the table. I recorded it if you want to watch.
You think I can do that to you?
Isla asks sleepily. A laugh bursts out of me. Baby, you can do anything you want to me. Epilogue. 3 years later. Bryce. My office door opens. I gaze up, and a vision stands before me. I hold up my finger to her as I try to concentrate on my phone call, to no avail. I understand that, but I pay you a large sum of money, and I expect it done. Isla smiles as she saunters toward me and sits on the edge of my desk. She opens her legs. No panties. I swallow audibly, worried that my voice might crack. I desperately try to concentrate on my important business call as I get a view of my girl fucking her pussy. Placing the phone between my ear and shoulder, I grab her by the hips and pull her right to the edge of the desk, gesturing for her to spread her legs wider. I open my desk drawer, pull out a Cuban cigar, and light it. I take a puff and blow the smoke over her cunt as I undo my pants and unleash my cock. I don't care, Mikey. He fucked us and he needs to pay. If you can't do what I need done, I'll have to take my business elsewhere. Removing the cigar from my mouth, I slide the tip into her cunt and fuck her a few times. Her eyes widen as I abandon it and pinch her clit. Her head falls back, and I laugh, forgetting I'm talking to an associate on the other line. Yes, Mikey, I'm still here. I'm multitasking. Something hot has soaked my desk and it's distracting. I pull the cigar out of her pussy, place it back in my mouth, and take a puff. Isla jumps off my desk and kneels before me. Her hand fists my dick as she closes her mouth around the tip and sucks. A faint smile pulls at her lips. She knows I'm losing control as she swallows more until I hit the back of her throat. I gotta go, Mikey. I don't wait for him to answer before ending the call and tossing my phone on the desk. That's it, baby. Suck on Daddy's cock like a lollipop. I wrap my hands in Isla's hair and use it to push and pull her mouth on my dick. Pull down your dress. I want to see those tits jiggle while I throat fuck my whore. Isla tugs her dress down, spilling her large breasts to my hungry eyes. Fucking beautiful. Pinch your nipples. Daddy likes you in pain. I grip her head and she grabs her nipples. As she tugs, I hold her still and slam my cock down her throat. She gags, but it only encourages me to be rougher. In the last 3 years, I've discovered that my girl likes it rough, rougher than the first time we fucked. 6 months ago, she asked me to fuck her while she pretended she didn't want me to. She wanted it rough, and she wanted me to mark her. You need to breathe, slut? She nods, but continues to pinch her nipples. I pull her back, the saliva trails down her chin, falling onto her tits. I move my hand to my belt buckle, tugging it free. Hold your tits up. I pump my cock into her mouth as she lifts her breasts and presents them to me. Such a good girl. Spit on them. She pulls off my cock and spits on her nipples. Stay put. I wrap the belt around her neck and fasten the buckle, making a makeshift leash. Tugging the belt, I yank her up by her neck. Once she's facing me, I hold the belt with one hand and pull her hair with the other to turn her around.
Isla moans as I slam her down on the desk. She makes choking noises as I pull on the belt and line up my cock with her ass.
Did you follow the directions I left?
Yes, Daddy.
She pants, her voice restricted by the belt. Spread your ass. Her pretty red nails pull her ass cheeks apart, and I smile when her butt plug comes into view. My hand goes into my pants pocket, and she jumps when the butt plug vibrates.
Please, Daddy.
What do you need, baby?
Please fuck me like a whore. Spit on me. Fuck all my holes. Mark me with your teeth.
I tease her pussy with my dick. You want to be used by Daddy, do you?
Yes, Daddy.
My cock slides into her wet pussy. You're soaked. Have you been playing with my cunt without my permission? She hesitates, and I slap her ass.
Yes, Daddy. I just missed you so much.
I step back and yank the belt, forcing her up. On your back. Daddy now has to punish you. She juts her lip out.
Please, Daddy. I promise to be a good girl for you.
Fuck. She's getting good at role-playing. I push her back, and she spreads her legs. Her hands glide down her body until they reach her cunt. She pulls her lips apart, anticipating what's about to happen. Recently, we've discovered that she likes her pussy slapped, belted, and whipped. Sometimes she gets so worked up that she comes on the spot. I have to admit that it gets me going too. Isla moans as I bring the belt down and slap her with it. You moaning, Rabbit? This is a punishment, not a reward. I spit on her face. You pathetic slut. You're such a cock-hungry whore that you're confusing punishment with pleasure. I think Daddy's gonna have to make you bleed, baby girl. Teach you a lesson. The snap of the belt slapping her wet pussy reverberates in the room. Isla lifts her ass and I do it again.
I've been so bad, Daddy. I came twice. You told me not to touch your pussy, and I didn't listen.
I whack her cunt again, and this time she screams. You filthy little girl. You didn't wait for Daddy. Now, I'm gonna turn this clit red before I force a thick, creamy load into your pretty pussy.
Yes, Daddy. Please put your cock in me. I feel so empty.
I hold onto the belt and propel her forward so she can watch us join. You see your greedy pussy, Rabbit? Watch how we are together, baby. How perfectly we fit. Don't squirm, sweetheart. You're my breeding bitch now. She looks beautiful with her tits out, mascara running down her face, and my belt around her neck. You look good getting fucked. I reach for my phone. Now smile for the camera. I snap a picture. I drop the phone and pull her up so she can see my cock entering her soaking cunt. Oh, look at you getting used. Do you think you're ready for more? She smiles and grabs my throat as I fuck her.
I don't know, Daddy. Are you ready for more?
Be careful, sweetheart. You don't want me to hurt you. Her breathing grows heavy.
I don't care if it hurts. I just want it. I want you to fill me with your cum.
My thrusts quicken, and I pound into her. Fuck, Isla, you dirty little slut.
Bryce, I'm coming.
She screams as I pump her full of my cum. I smile as I pull out of her. I want you to walk around all day with my cum dripping down your legs.
Bryce, you can't be serious. I have classes this afternoon.
Good. Those frat guys will know you're taken. She smiles and shakes her head, raising her hand.
You're insane. I already let you put a ring on it.
I shrug. We already know that. I remove the belt from around her neck and grab her hand, bringing my lips to the 5-carat diamond ring on her ring finger. You're so perfect. I'm still shocked you're mine. She throws her arms around my neck.
I love you.
Not as much as I love you, Isla. You're my everything. We hope you enjoyed listening to Your Daddy Does It Better, written by Mila Crawford.
performed in duet.
The role of Isla is performed by Heather Firth.
The role of Bryce and Paul is performed by James Cassidy. Produced by Jin Hannon at Pinup Audio. Text copyright 2025 by Mila Crawford. Production copyright 2025 by Mila Crawford. All rights reserved.